Hello. Alright. Okay. Alright. Hello. Alright. Hello. How we doing, guys? I'm doing great. Yeah, it's been a while. Hey. Wait, no, shoot. How do I get my stream to hear you guys? Oh, I didn't consider that part. Yeah. Good. Just make another audio input capture, then I'm guessing. Um. Oh. Wait. Let's. No. Hmm. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go figure this out. Thank you.
Let me look.
I can hear you great. OBS is driving me wild right now. I'm just trying to live stream it, but I can't get it to capture you guys. OBS is driving me wild right now. Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, I'm using OBS. Yeah, I tried that. It doesn't detect Discord as a source. That's the problem. Oh, I did that. Do you think it's hearing you now? Wait, I should probably check my stream then. Yeah, it's picking me up, and then I have desktop audio just as default. Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Well, thank you. Mhm. Does that It hopefully should pick up all the audio now.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Does that help?
Alright. Alright. It's picking up me twice. Lovely. I'm getting picked up twice. Okay, what about now? Now it only picks it up once? No, it still picks it up twice. Fuck me.
Okay, I think my stream is set.
What about now? No, it just doesn't pick me up. Fucking great.
Question though is,
Oh, wait.
have you triple checked it?
Okay.
I think I've checked it like 5 times.
Ugh. Have you checked it 6? That's the question.
Hold on, check it. Try to check it for me. Can I? Yeah, I think
that's
we can put in the link.
So it's picking up myself but not them.
I think it's working.
Or
It
sorry,
should
them
be.
but not me. Or I can't hear them, I
You're
mean.
gonna say it is working, because if yours is not working, I doubt mine is. I think Rogue's still setting up his.
No, I still don't hear them.
Stardew Lobthor are as well. I'm gonna step off the podium just so we can have it to be whoever is gonna talk is gonna be on the podium. So I'm gonna step off of here. And I don't know if you want to as well, but
Yes,
we'll have
I'm going to
Rogue
step
do.
off.
We'll have Rogue do his whole thing once he gets back.
What's up? I only caught half of that.
Okay.
I'm gonna step off the podium, and we're gonna let Rogue once he gets back on. We're gonna have him take over, do his whole introduction,
My
spiel
stream,
for how he is planning on starting this up. But
I'm just gonna mute until I'm told to unmute.
I'm gonna step down just because it looks nicer on my overlay.
Oh, okay.
Ladies and
my
gentlemen,
stream hears
welcome
you guys
to
hear me,
the
but I can't hear you
panel.
guys.
It is a Friday night. It's a good Friday. It could be a better Friday, depending on how this panel goes. How's everyone doing? I'm your host, Rogue here, and I have brought several other people to this panel to discuss the Minecraft movie. Yeah. So how's everyone doing? Who's ever not that has not left the speakers. Oh, they're starting.
I think I fixed it. Give me one moment.
You got it. Okay.
I'm doing good.
You doing good, Lava? How you feel right now?
It's Good Friday. I had a daddy-daughter day with my daughter, so I'm actually pretty exhausted.
Oh yeah.
It was good.
Oh, there we go.
Jason,
Hello!
how you doing? Hello. Yeah. Jason, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well.
Chaos, how
Pretty
you doing?
good.
How you feeling?
Long day at work, but we are here and we are ready to go.
All right. So we're going to basically just start with introductions. Basically, we're just gonna give our initial thoughts of what we thought of the Minecraft movie. Try not to make yours very long-winded. Try to keep it simple, but if you wish to ramble a bit, you can, but don't go too long of a speech or sorts. Does anyone have any questions right now?
No.
No. Geez, that silence is.
I have a question.
What's your question?
Does Lava Snow count as a question?
No. That's a good question.
Well, thank you. I'll add that to my notes. Is no a good question?
All right,
Yes.
so who wants to go first? Does anyone wants to go first? Just out of pure confidence.
I will go ahead.
All right,
Um,
all right, Chaos, start us off.
So I have been playing Minecraft for years now. I believe I started playing around 1.6, somewhere in that range. Foggy, but I was very nervous for the Minecraft movie. Watched it kind of on a whim after work one day, and to state, I had low expectations of the movie. I did not really enjoy it too much, but at the same time, I will get into my further reasons. I didn't think that there was much of a bar for the movie, but I was not a huge fan, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay, okay. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Okay.
I've been playing Minecraft since I was a kid, and I love Minecraft, so I was pretty scared about the movie. I thought, oh no, it might not go down well. It might not be everything I expected it to be, and I will say, although it had horrible plot, horrible continuity, it was just fun to watch. That's my opinion on it. I thought it was just super fun.
It was super fun. All right, all right. Jason, Lava, who wants to go next?
Lava, you can go.
Okay, I'll go. Hi, I'm Lava Thor. I'm the only important person here. I thought the movie was not good.
That's it. Okay.
Okay,
Short and
I'm
sweet.
Jason. And I think the movie was good. That's it.
You think the movie's good? Okay. Very
Go
fair.
to take.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Now
Cancel
my
him,
take.
guys! Burn him at the stake! Get out of here!
No.
All right, calm down, calm down. All right, so when I watched this movie, I had two thoughts down. Was how would a kid enjoy it, and how would an adult enjoy it? As an adult, this was a very terrible Jumanji wannabe wash script and a very horrible movie to say the least. As a kid, it's a very fun and a super cool movie because you got Jack Black and Minecraft references everywhere and very funny punchy lines that that a kid would enjoy. But in my viewpoint, this was a very, very terrible movie. And this seems like it was more of like a cash and grab, a very easy cash and grab, um, to say the least. So yeah, that is my take. So now that what everyone's kind of said what their viewpoints are, um, Jason, what do you enjoy about
Yes.
that movie?
I enjoyed that they reference a lot of things like Technoblade, Chicken Jockey. Like there's everything from Minecraft in it and a bit more. And they could have done a worse job. I feel like, and I think they did a
What
decent
could be
job.
worse?
I don't know. Like having nothing about Minecraft in it, like I don't know, something like that. And I think they did a decent job. Yeah, I wasn't disappointed.
I mean,
But
it's
if
one
I
thing
was
to
like,
add like references.
yeah, and I think they did a decent job. They hit it on the mark. They didn't like do anything wrong with the references, at least. And I think I I would not watch the movie if I didn't play Minecraft. But because I play Minecraft, I watched the movie and I was not disappointed.
It's Matt. You said you enjoyed the movie. What do you enjoy about that movie?
Honestly, so I mean, I took down tons of notes, but if I had to break it down to anything, I'd just say that there wasn't anything missing. It was a movie all about references and all about uh, different nostalgias, and I feel like it really hit the mark for those who've been playing Minecraft for a long time. I don't think there's anything I can really think of that I missed.
Okay. Um, so I guess Lava is like the biggest hater here, since he claims.
Boo.
Yeah.
Lava, would you like to disclose like
So
what?
give me like 20 minutes here.
Yeah, go ahead.
So first off, I
Let him
saw it
cook.
with my
He has a
daughter.
whole
We- so I saw it with my daughter. She's 7, and so I have my perspective and hers. At the end of the movie, without saying anything, I asked her what she thought of the movie and how she liked it. And she liked it. She said it was really good.
Sexy.
She enjoyed it. It was fun. She did get a little bit bored during some parts, and she like wanted to lay on my lap. But you know, she's 7. That happens with a lot of movies. I'm getting some feedback. But she said she liked it and she enjoyed the movie. So, like you said, for kids, it is an enjoyable movie, but it's a very surface level enjoyable. Since we left the theater, she has not mentioned the movie once. There's other movies she's seen that she's like, I want to watch that again, like Moana 2. She's asked to watch that again. She wants to see it again. She really likes the Wish movie, and she asked to watch that about 2 times every week. So while she enjoyed it, it was very surface level for her, and she's basically forgotten about it, and it's gone from her mind because it didn't have any lasting impression on her. It was just a surface level quick cash grab for her. For me, it was fun to watch it. I made a day out of it. I didn't want to like stab my eyes out. I've had movies where it's like, this is so boring, but then it was fun to watch. I'll give it that. But for being a true movie to the franchise, I think it did poorly. I give it a 3 out of 10. I like the one reference. So technically, they had 3 Easter eggs that I saw. Like, there's references, but it's like, oh, there's blocks in it. That's not a reference. Oh, there's a zombie in it. That's not a reference. Those are just normal parts of the game. So, but the 3 Easter eggs I thought that I noticed was the Technoblade Easter egg, which I thought was phenomenal. I think that they did that really well. Jeb showed up as the waiter, little Easter egg. And then Dan TDM was in the back scene in the Storage Wars part.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that one, but someone else told me about it. I was like, oh, okay, he looked way different than he normally does. So those are the 3 Easter eggs. I feel like a lot of the Minecraft stuff they got wrong. How certain effects or things work. Like they tried to add in like, here's a way to overcome the zombification of piglins. Random potion that doesn't exist in the game. Here's a new type of iron golem with some boots. Doesn't exist in the game. They added a lot of stuff or changed stuff in the game or slightly MacGuffined it to make it work for the movie, and that's not quite how it works in the game. I can go on about more things, but I think those 2 quick side points are a good starting point.
Okay.
And I'll let other people talk.
Well, Afton just joined real quick, so I just want to say hello, Afton. Welcome.
Hello, Afton.
Well, everyone kind of gave their viewpoints around everywhere. Jason, Stardew, Matt had gave their are like think that its movie's good.
You can just call me Stardew.
Okay, yeah, that makes it better. Lava's like didn't like it. I think Chaos said
Did not.
Did not. Okay. So Afton, just give us like a brief short summary of what you thought the Minecraft movie. Doesn't have to be too long, but just give us your initial thoughts to start off.
Well, I think like if you went into it like wanting a serious movie about the game, completely everything being fully accurate, it wasn't great. But if you just went in for like a fun movie experience, I thought it was okay because it was fun with the audience that I had, at least. Like I enjoyed when we would repeat the memes or clap and stuff.
Okay.
I thought that was really fun.
Okay. Chaos, you were about to say something. Go ahead.
Can I interrupt about the clapping thing? That you guys know that was actually a marketing campaign started by the companies to promote the movie.
I
They-
didn't
Kinda
know that.
genius,
They
though.
pushed. I mean, I don't. It's not 100% for sure, but it's one of those things. Like companies always do that for all their movies, especially the big ones. They promote these big things and they try and push, and they do little things to do them. And other companies have done those exact things, and so it's like 99% sure that like they have started a campaign to do these things to pay people and do stuff, and it was successful.
Oh,
I have never
Well,
seen it become so big though.
It turned out successful.
yeah.
Yeah, it turned out really successful.
I didn't hear of it, so we'll say not
So
successful.
just to be that guy and fact check Lava from earlier, Dan TDM, Mumbo Jumbo, LD Shadow Lady, and Afmao all had appearances.
Yeah. I saw
Okay,
them.
so
like, as soon
there's
as
a
they
few
popped.
more I missed that I didn't see. Okay.
Yeah, I knew Alfmal was in there. I forgot who were the other folks that
Where
that
was
was
Mumbo
happening
Jumbo?
in
He's
there.
the one that I would have been more.
I have no
was gonna say,
clue.
do have to
I
say,
just
they were
Googled it.
all in the same. They were all in the
I
same
believe-
scene.
I believe he
but
was
the
the
clothing they
auctioneer.
had was.
What's that?
I
He
believe
might-
he
was
was
he
the
the auctioneer?
auctioneer. I believe so.
Okay. I think
know
Mumbo
they
I
were
probably
all in the same
recognize
scene.
because he looks quite different than his avatar. So
No, even like I know what he looks like in person, but like the way they were dressed for the scene, the only reason I saw any of them was because I noticed Dan first. They were all like completely unrecognizable.
oh, I want to interrupt one more thing. I really liked the Illager side story. I thought that side story was phenomenal.
I
even
loved
though it
it.
was goofy.
That was good.
And,
yeah.
and the fact that they did an Illager and they played the Illager right, or no, Nitwit. Sorry, Nitwit. They did the Nitwit and they played the Nitwit right, and that's how I think that was genius.
Yeah, that was cool.
Okay.
I love this
Go
I was
voice
ahead,
going to
at the end.
inject with Lava. So you had mentioned stuff about the Iron Golem and the boots and all of that. In technicality, I did write notes about those. Those are elements from, I didn't play it, but I did a little bit of research on it. Minecraft Dungeons, I believe it was.
It did.
So those
Yeah.
are boots of swiftness, and I forget the name of it, but the Iron Golem is a creature, like a boss in that, that can be summoned.
It did feel
So,
more so that the movie
In
was about
Minecraft Dungeons, you can create an Iron Golem with what is it, 4 blocks of iron and a boots of swiftness.
In technicality, Minecraft Dungeons is not necessarily like Minecraft. It's more like a
So it was just a
roguelike
reference to
dungeon. Yes.
Minecraft Dungeons with a thing in Minecraft which doesn't exist in either game in that fashion. It was just a reference.
Well, it exists in Minecraft Dungeons, but it does not exist in Minecraft itself. It's
Yeah,
just
I think he's
because
saying
it
you just
has
don't
the
Right,
build
but
it
in
like
Minecraft
when they
Dungeons,
actually
can
do.
you create a swiftness golem in that same fashion? Or do the swiftness golem just exist and the boosters exist and they can summon them some way? Or is that how you summon them, by creating them the same way the kid created them?
in Minecraft Dungeons. It doesn't work exactly like Minecraft itself. I believe
Right.
through having those things exist in the movie, they're simply calling to another MO
Yeah,
from
that's what I'm
Minecraft
saying. It's just a
itself.
reference, and they have created
Mhm.
new things that don't exist in either games in that fashion.
Well, the boots of swiftness do exist. The Iron Golem, the swiftness
But
golem,
they don't
whatever,
exist
does
in that
exist.
fashion. Not in that fashion, though.
Like you can't build the Iron Golem with the
Correct.
boot iron blocks, right?
I might be remembering it incorrectly. Do they build the actual golem in the movie?
They
Yes.
do.
The
yeah.
swiftness golem?
They build the iron
then.
part, and they put the boots on top, and it morphs into existence just like if you did a pumpkin head.
In Minecraft Dungeons, you hit a button and a spell gets cast, and poof, there's
Yeah.
a swiftness
Not a
golem.
big deal, but a little thing.
Yeah, I feel like
Gotcha.
the whole movie was kind of more so towards Minecraft Dungeons than just regular Minecraft.
That's what I was kind of like thinking. It was like this feels like more like not a Minecraft game, more like a Minecraft dungeon. This is I think they should
Yeah.
retitle it to a Minecraft movie Dungeons. Because
I guess
think
since they
that's
said it like a Minecraft movie, since Minecraft Dungeons is a Minecraft game, it could be seen that way. But I think the way they marketed it was more like it was an actual movie about the base game.
See, but that's where I feel like I was very skeptical about the movie. The game itself is not a game that has a plot, objective, or goal. A lot of the lore and story that would make
Well-
a story of the game is shrouded in mystery. Sure, you
Yeah,
have the
it's
music
not
disc
like-
that.
It's not like
Go
Five
ahead.
Nights at Freddy's. It doesn't have a
Mhm.
set lore or anything. It's just what we come up with more so.
Exactly. And that's where I was skeptical about the movie itself, because the movie could be anything. It could be literally just people trying to survive and beat an Ender Dragon. In fact, I imagined that the end was going to be a feature in there. And due
I
to the
thought
fact
I was
that it was not,
disappointed it
I
wasn't.
imagined they're going to aim for a sequel with it. I imagine
think that's what-
if it was a success, they're going to do that.
I
But
think that's what they're gonna
disappointed.
do.
My
for the
problem
next
with the
one.
Minecraft
Yeah, that's
Dungeons parts, because I figured there was a few of them. Some of the other like the Big Piglin, I guess, was a Minecraft Dungeons things. There's a few.
correct.
Is they start the movie off with the Java loading screen. So by
That is
canon,
cool.
it's literally
looks
Minecraft
sick.
Java, which is cool. But then they add these other things in. It's like stick to one. If you're going to do like a what if in another place, don't do the Minecraft Java loading screen. You can do different Minecraft stuff, but don't start off be like, hey, this is Java Minecraft, and then do other weird crap.
Should we start with the beginning? I guess that's a good starting
I
point
think
with
so.
the plot. So, in the start, like Jack Black, he's like, I yearn for the mines. Why does he want to go to a mining? I guess the kid, like,
The kids yearn for the
why does
mines.
why does the kid want to
The
go to the
children
mines?
yearn for the mines.
What's
It's the
back-
meme.
Why
I
does he
honestly
want to
think
go to
that's
the
what it
mine?
was, just the
The
meme.
kids yearn for the mines.
That's like what's a good that's like a kid that's like, I want to be a soldier, but we don't get any further explanations to it. He has a gun and he wants to go into battle, and the guy is like no, and he scrams him off.
Yeah. One more thing I do want to say
Yeah.
before we like get into the actual parts of the movie is I don't understand why. This could just be me. I don't get why people are like, oh, it was basically just Jack Black being himself the whole movie. He didn't actually act as Steve. There is no like character for Steve. We are
he doesn't
Steve.
talk.
It's literally just the Steve's story is just completely based on how you play yourself. Essentially, I mean, we don't use the
feel-
skin much, but
I feel like all the characters. I don't mind the Jumanji plot. You know, I think they could have changed stuff to make it better. Honestly, kids being thrown in a Minecraft game, fine. But I feel like all the main characters' backstories were so surface level. Jack Black is like, oh, I have a crappy job, and oh yeah, I went to these mines, and now I'm in a video game world, and my dog. So surface level. Honestly, the only character with a little bit of depth is Garbage Man. His at least has a little bit of like, hey, I'm going through financial trouble, my business is failing, I'm trying to come.
Well,
up
I
with
mean,
something.
the
I'm kind
kid
of evil,
too.
and I have an arc. The kid is,
The kids
I
did get a
got
little
bullied
story.
because I built a rocket. It's like the dumbest
Yeah,
backstory.
that's-
no, no, 'cause
It
no,
is,
the
but
whole-
he's
the whole
got
goal
one.
Is I'm 18, but I look 12,
Yeah, but
and I have to take care of my son. Like all of their backstories
It
are
wasn't
like
her son; it was her brother.
right. I take
Their
care of him
mom
as a
died.
son
That
If they
was
because
their whole
extended that
story.
story, it would be
so it's
Prove
would
just
be a
so
it would
story
have been
about
really
bland.
problematic if
Okay,
it was her
okay,
son.
everyone, calm down.
It's
Stop,
gonna
stop,
be a
stop,
Minecraft
stop. All right,
story.
Lava, go ahead and go first.
all of their backstories are very bland with like nothing to them except for Garbage Man, and his is literally like one drop of like pepper on it, and that's the only spice there is. So that's my thing is like they could have flushed. Like I get it, you have a 2-hour movie, it's going to be a short 2 hours because it's a kid movie, and you have to delve into a lot of backstories and get through stuff quick. But you can go into their backstories and make them a little bit more so without just making them bland and boring and just almost dumb. You know, like you didn't have to make Garbage Man so incredibly just annoying. You didn't have to make Steve just brain dead. You didn't have to make the kid the typical I got bullied, so therefore, you know, it's like add a little bit more to him, and without actually taking more time. And I think it would have been a lot better.
I agree
I-
with that.
I don't think that
I partially
Controver-
disagree.
controversial take. I don't think that's all necessary in a kids movie.
Yeah, I agree.
I would disagree with you, Lava, for the sake of, in terms of outside the movie, it's a video game. These people have mundane, average lives that are very easily summed up and very easily ignored. To them, the game is where it would be all of the creativity, the beauty, and the meat of everything. I found myself even, I play games and I go to work and I think about a game, right? Like, so the game is bigger than their lives in some small pseudo regard.
But they
So
don't
the fact that it
showcase
doesn't
that way.
draw attention to it makes it to be that they're so invested and involved in Minecraft itself.
Have you ever seen the movie Bridge to Terabithia or read the book? They do a good job of showcasing school to be boring or not good, and then bringing it back to their fantasy world they're creating and making that so much bigger and better. They showcase little clips of the school of just normal life, but it's rough or hard and it's difficult, such as like when he's at home, his dad, he's the only boy of the family. His dad makes him do a lot of chores. When he's at school, he's not doing well on tests and stuff. Life is hard, it's rough. So when he goes to his magical world, it's nice because he's in charge, everything's good. It's an easy way to showcase from boring to good without making it like crap.
I understand, and I will probably end up reading or watching something of the such.
I feel like
because
just the way they wrote
like
the
idea of it.
backstories was very lazy writing.
And I do agree to some regard. I mean, it's very, very cliche. Hey, here's smart kid who's now bullied. Hey, here's like responsible young girl who's pulling herself up by bootstraps. Like it's very cliche to some regard on each character.
Yeah.
I will say, at least for me, when I was watching the movie, from the beginning, I went in thinking I don't really care about these characters, even if they do have a good plot line. It's more about the references and about the Minecraft and all that. I don't really care about characters who have nothing to do with Minecraft per se.
I think the storyline just seemed very boring when I was watching it, because I feel like a lot of it was like we're being over explained instead of like just them having to discover it in some sort of fashion. I mean, they kind of do, but not to an extent where they discover it on their own. Uh, Almost everything had been explained by Jack Black when they apart that from the portal, it's like how did no one discover this weird portal that just happened to be in there for quite some time in this mine facility that Jack Black went into? Like this went unnoticed for.
Because the old man kept everyone out.
Well-
No one got to go in the mines.
Well, okay, but like you think the government would have like.
Dude, if I was the government,
Someone-
I'd stay away from that creepy old man.
Okay,
I
okay.
think
Whoa.
he's immortal. Jack Black got older, and the old man didn't get older. He's a wizard.
Whoa, I think you guys are forgetting something. He's Jack Black.
Maybe he's hero, Brian.
Full stop.
I don't know.
I will partially say with the old man at least, it does bring up questions for the sake of the old man was shooing everyone away. The mining site looked apparently abandoned. The old man was old as heck, and given the fact that Jack Black did not age through the time that he was in the portal, there does draw some form of question about was the old man.
I think he aged
Guarding
because his
it in-
beard goes from mostly brown to kind of whitish later.
Well, the crystal itself was very easily found, right? The portal itself was very easily found. If a child, or rather an adult, could
We
easily
don't know
walk
how
through a
long
mine.
he was mining for it, did a quick montage. It seems like he found it within minutes, but Jack Black could have been, or Steve could have been mining for years, not mining until he found it. So that's unclear.
Granted, though there was no clear definitive show of aging though either. There was no like, oh, now he has
Yeah, but if
patches
you
of
go
gray in
mining
his
for a
beard.
year or two, you're not going to show a lot of aging in just 1 or 2 years, but 1 or 2 years mining is a long time.
Nor what did he have wear? Like his hands didn't seem.
Whoa.
His-
He's Jack Black.
he didn't- yeah, exactly.
What is that supposed to mean?
That might just be bad writing, but it's not like if you want to make an argument because they didn't showcase his worn down hands, therefore it was really quick. That's a bad argument. It's not clear whether it was short or long or what. It obviously would have been like under 5 years because at that point he would have shown a lot of form of aging. But 5 years or 2 years versus a couple weeks of mining, and if he's doing straight mining, nothing else, that's a lot more than like a normal job. So it's not very clear on how long he took him to find the crystal.
But well, it seemed like he just walked in there, whacked away one time, and then he struck gold.
Yeah, it did
Granted-
seem like that, but
He's Jack Black.
I think that's just more of a montage type thing.
That's like saying like this is The Rock. This is Dwayne Rock Johnson. He doesn't get
Hey,
beat up.
that's The Rock.
Yeah, that's the
Granted,
rush.
I will say movies have a tendency to oversimplify elements just so that they are clear and not misunderstood. So if the movie wanted to indicate that it has been ages, they would end up putting things such as now his shirt is worn, right? Now his hands are gone. Now his pickaxe is breaking. They would give pseudo indicators that there has been a passage of time simply to allow the audience to draw their own illusions if
Not
they notice
always.
that.
They might just be
Not always.
bad directors not realize that. Like
Exactly.
the movie has shown they've already left out other things and had other issues. So if they're having issues in other areas of the movie, why would this be a case where they don't have issues?
I actually think.
And granted,
I think
Go
the
ahead.
cast was the people that were doing the directing, from what I've heard. Like Jack Black was really big on the directing part of the movie.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. If that is the truth, that does explain a decent bit of what happened.
I want to mention, I think the biggest thing for me is the plot. Is that okay, Rogue?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the overall story of the plot, or the moral, or whatever, is be creative even when it's hard. That's like even though creativity is more work, it's better than being destructive, which is quick and easy and it brings you more joy or whatever. That's the overall plot. But then they don't show any creativity in the game. The one creativity thing the kid does is the first thing he does is he makes a gun. He makes a gun.
Okay, hang on.
Like,
I
what?
kind of
What
like.
could
I
be
kinda
more
like
creative?
The plot launcher, though.
It's like,
It
so
was a
be
cool
creative,
concept.
but you can't actually do that creativity in Minecraft. And then he makes bucket chucks, which is like, I get it's a throwaway gag, whatever.
Yeah.
And then like besides like the end scene where they make a bunch of iron golems, they don't literally they try and build a boat by throwing a single block in the thing. They show that the characters can't be creative. Some of them don't know how.
I mean, that could be explained with like.
So if the
they don't
moral of the
understand
story
how that
is
world
be
works.
creative and don't be as destructive, show your characters throughout the movie doing a couple things to overcome issues by being creative, and then it would have been better at the end with the evil pig lady, because her thing was like, I wanted to be creative, my
That
dad
was
didn't
so
let
funny.
me dance, and then she just dies. It would have been better if they defeat her and she's trying to kill him, and the main kid befriends her. And is like figures out a way to let her be creative, wins her through creativity, and shows that creativity is a better way than being destructive.
Oh, and then
That
he
simple
kills her.
change, well, I mean, she doesn't have to die. She goes back to the Piglin world, and the Piglin overworld become friends by building a bridge and being creative together. And they could end it with like the end is invading now, or something. Some little hint about the end maybe destroying the world.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
Right? Wouldn't that be sick? Or maybe a hint to like Steve's glitching out and his eyes are turned white. Maybe something's taking him over. A Herobrine movie. There have been so many different ways they could have done it while showcasing the creativity. They don't show creativity through the movie. Like maybe one or two little scenes. But I feel like if the message is creativity, they should have showcased it more.
Oh, 100%.
That's valid.
I feel
What
like
do you
there
guys
wasn't
think of,
anything at stake in this movie.
Yeah, there really wasn't. Other than like
everything
Other than,
just
like, their
seems to
lives.
be given.
the whole premise was
Well,
just
no,
like,
not even their lives. Everything, like even if so, they seem to manage to just happen to just find a way. None of them.
oh yeah,
seem-
I have a bunch of diamonds, guys.
Oh yeah, and
It's like,
Steve out
oh.
of nowhere kills like 20 zombies. Last second.
And
Plot armor too, like in the
Uh,
cave scene.
Yeah, how did
where there's like
Like
fuck tons
yeah,
of
10
creepers.
spider jockeys
heck tons.
chasing them,
It-
and they die because one of the spider jockeys shoots a fire arrow, which they all run into and instantly die.
Wait, why do you have to hit a
Also-
creeper for it to explode in this movie? That's my
yeah,
question.
that didn't make sense.
Why do spider jockeys die from their own single arrow? Imagine if you're Minecraft and you have like 10 spider jockeys coming after you. One of them shoots an arrow at you, misses you, and they all run to the arrow and they all burst into flames.
well, here's
Like,
another
what?
thing. Here's
What?
another thing.
Characters didn't
Based
fight
on-
them off at all.
When Jason Momoa gets lost with the group, and he finds
got
like a
blown
hole,
up.
and then
Or no,
he's
that-
like
How'd he
digging a
survive?
hole. Meanwhile, he has like 5 skeletons or so shooting at him, and not one seems to hit.
Yeah, that's not
Well,
accurate.
that's because they
Stormtrooper
were
as
playing
skeletons.
on an older version before they updated the skeletons AI.
They had to have been.
Okay,
Oh.
so what?
Oh yeah, it was like a
so
mix
what
between
version
newer and older
of
versions.
Minecraft are
But
we
there
on?
were lanterns and chains though.
I didn't see no
Those are a lot
cooldown
newer.
between their hits.
Mods. Would explain the talent launcher too.
Or when the scene when he comes in with the gas thing and saves the kid, even though the gas things are shown to be really slow,
Yeah,
so in the middle of it fast. So
My
he
question
still
is-
it never showcased him losing the elytra. Imagine if that scene was just changed to him swooping with the elytra and going, "Hey, I still have my elytra, and I just use that to save myself." That simple change would have been a lot better and showcased Elytra better versus a stupid gas balloon.
Oh yeah, but my issue was like he claims he used the water bucket trick Steve used, but he got blown up. How would he have used the water bucket trick if he just
Yeah.
got blown up? That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
I
well,
agree.
in
Well, we have
Minecraft,
to
water
still
does save you
explode
from
up the cell.
explosions.
We have to
Would
no.
have had
That's
been
not
soaked
what
in
They
it
Steve
though.
showed
still
him.
take damage, just not block damage. We have to.
Oh, wait,
assume
I'm
they didn't
thinking
fully
TNT
kill him and he
cannons.
fell. We have to assume that he didn't die and he fell and used the water bucket to not die. But if they
That was
just
a
changed
big
the scene to like,
explosion to
I
not
had an
die.
Elytra, of course I saved myself. That would have been fine with that.
Yeah.
Oh, and then when Steve does the water bucket thing, he throws it like 100 blocks in front of him. He chucks it down.
Yeah, that's not how
There
it
are
works.
multiple. There are multiple
I wish I
instances
could
of
do that.
They
people
must have
having
done-
like 100 block reach.
I got long
yeah,
arms.
right.
Again,
I guess.
mods.
Steve throws a block
Mods.
to the
He's
sign.
freaking out.
The lady throws a block into the water. Steve mines blocks from extreme distances. Like I tried to record every instance I
It
saw
shows
of
him
it, and I
building
was
like
in the range of
literally
15
a mile
plus.
away. He's like building his castle like a mile away, and it's like, what? He must have
Yeah,
the
that
crab
was
arm.
cool.
Oh yeah, why'd he make his build with logs? He quickly in like a minute like chopped down 2 trees and they had enough logs to build a castle just
Yeah,
out of
that's
logs.
so strange.
Logs instead of planks bugs me so much. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, turn it into planks, man.
get
You don't
What
need
are
a
you
crafting
doing?
table for that.
Okay, so so we kind of got to the beginning part. We kind of like went in some areas. Is there? I guess one thing I want to take note is the cave scene where Jason, Henry, and Jack
Oh,
Black.
the quote unquote
So-
creeper farm.
Yeah, so the creeper farm.
Oh.
So they get onto their cart because the enemy is after them, and they get into this. Jackpot has laid out this redstone system up until this creeper farm, which is just a giant dark
Cave.
cave.
Every
No
kid's
mob,
first
no
creeper
mob
farm.
proofing.
Hold on.
so-
Let me finish. There is no torches. There is not even for the redstone track.
yeah, how do you make a
and
redstone
then
track like that and not power it?
yes, so it's like why do you
Wait.
so you have all
The
redstone
mine track had
back.
redstone torches.
Yeah, I had redstone torches.
Yeah, I saw those.
Up to
Except
the-
in
to
one
the
part
cave
that was
system.
very important.
up to that one.
No,
tower.
they had tons. They had plenty of redstone torches for the
I thought it was
minecart.
powered. I thought they did their job
Yeah,
on that.
They did great. They had a bunch of redstone torches. I took notes on that.
I just don't see why anyone in their right mind would have a minecart
Okay,
track.
but why
through
would
your
you?
creeper
Why would you
farm.
have a dark creeper farm?
Yeah, it's
Well,
really
you need it to be
stupid.
dark for them to spawn.
Well, my problem
Yeah,
with the
but
creeper
things
farm
how did
is
there's no like
mechanically it should
spawner?
have all the mobs. So
Yeah, there was no like
Two things about the
spawner.
creeper farm. He had stated that it was a broken creeper farm that he had been meaning to fix, and also
But there should
The
be
fact
other
that-
mobs as well.
broken because like he
That's-
can't
that's the second
utilize it
thing
really
is-
well.
that if he made a creeper farm in the nearby area, creepers would be spawning outside of it. So would any other mob, because if you set up an area for creepers to spawn, they'll spawn in that area. But you have to set up the areas around the farm to not spawn things, because that'll reduce the entity cap around it. If you don't do so, that was impossible because it's only spawning creatures in this one section of the cave system.
Wait, yeah, but
And
it's Jack Black.
It should have other creatures there. It
That
shouldn't
sets up
just
doesn't
creepers.
the most effective farms ever because he's Jack Black.
He's my goat.
One thing I did like
Versus Jetpack.
was I know they changed it, but I really like the idea of the redstone mountains, where it's like this mountain that has more redstones. I know that's not in Minecraft, but I thought that was I like that. I thought that was kind of cool.
That
that
is
these
cool.
Some of these places were a little more special. You know, I understand not the movie's not going to be a one-to-one perfect thing to the game, and I'm fine with that if they change things. And having something iconic like redstone be in the mountains, I thought that was a good change.
Again, I feel like they drew a lot of connections to Minecraft Dungeons. A lot of their world building, item building, design was in direction from Minecraft Dungeons.
Well, I think they pulled from Minecraft Dungeons, Minecraft. What is it? The RTS one, Legends. I think they pulled stuff from all three games, as far as what people have told me. I haven't played the two games. From what I've seen, is they pulled stuff from all three.
I do agree.
Because think about when they
Something
started
like that.
making this
Yeah,
game,
exactly.
Dungeons was still a lot more popular. Legends had just came out. They wanted to make a movie that promotes all of their things and markets
Okay,
all of them.
I just
Obviously,
wanna.
Legends died off, and by the time the movie came out, it's not popular anymore. But when you start, you start. You know.
I will say, Redstone Mountain. I think that's another reference to Dungeons because in Dungeons there's redstone mines where illagers excavate from a redstone mountain. So I think that's another
That's where I
reference.
was drawing. That's where I was drawing my argument.
Whether it was a reference or not, I still think it was a cool thing.
Oh
I
yeah,
liked
it's
it.
sick.
Let's go to, I guess, Jack Black when he gets into the portal. I think he did it. I could be wrong, but like he just happens to just punch the tree, and then he just knows that he could just do all these things simultaneously.
Well, he
Yes,
is
the rest is
Jack
good.
Black.
Okay, is that your only argument?
Yes, because
He was
no
the
other argument
tutorials.
needed. He's Jack Black. You know, he started a Minecraft
Whatever.
channel like 5 years ago.
Played it with PewDiePie,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, he played with PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PewDiePie.
I mean, whenever I walk through mysterious portals from a cave that I yearned to be in, the first thing I do typically is start punching everything I see, including trees.
It's common
So-
sense.
Exactly.
It's
Especially common sense for a legend such as Jack Black.
Thank you.
Ugh.
I think that was sarcasm there, Stardew.
What? Nah.
No,
It's Jack Black.
I do.
No.
I do want to pull another bits of continuity errors, such as whenever I forget the lady's name, the lady who had the mobile zoo. Whenever she had tamed Jack Black's already tamed dog, whenever the
Oh,
party
yeah.
was knocked
Yeah.
out, and they came back to inside of a well-made mushroom house. In order to make the mushroom house, they had to have enchanted
I
items
think
with
that was
silk
supposed
touch.
to be like a reference
Like-
to Stampy's Mushroom House.
My issue is the mushroom house on the inside was still like the red and white. And if you ever go inside of a mushroom or do blocks, it becomes that kind of light skin peachy color. The other side of
Tan.
mushroom blocks when you dig out is a different color, unless you go in creative mode and do special things. So that was a flaw.
Another thing
Um,
being the bows were all shooting flaming arrows, and none of them had an enchantment tint.
Yes, they were. They were shining with
Uh,
enchantment. You could see it.
Oh, I didn't see it whenever I was watching.
Oh,
That must be my bad then.
yeah. I pointed it. My friend pointed it out to me when I said the same thing during the movie. I whispered to him, and he was like, "Dumbass, look at the shine there." I was like, "Oh."
Remember, you can turn the
dispensers?
glint down on the current version, so that they just have the Minecraft enchantment glint down all the way.
So they got it on
Seriously?
hard difficulty.
I just
By the
adjusted
way-
extra packs to
settings.
change it.
What time zone is this
Uh,
in? Like in the real life, because it's very unclear.
Like, you mean what, like cities they go to and stuff?
No, like what time, like what year is it? Because there's tons of like 80s nostalgia stuff and it's like everywhere 80s stuff. But then, for example, in the front of her car, there was Chobani Flip, which is started in 2013, and she worked for them. She said, did their social medias. So it's like, is
I
this just a
think it-
town stuck in the 80s?
I think
I
think
think
this is like a
originally
world
Garbage Man
that
is-
Minecraft does not exist. Jeb died and Notch became a drug addict.
Well, I think originally it's in
What?
the 80s with Garbage Man, but then he progresses forward, and it's like in a backwards, it's like 20 years later, so it'd be like 2000, 2010s.
Okay,
But
okay.
I don't quote me on that. I'm just
Yeah.
guessing off the top of my head from what I got from the heels from the movie. But if you've ever gone to like small towns, like we have one near Greenville that I have relatives that live in, or you go back to my hometown,
Yeah.
it's old small towns literally are like 20 years in the past.
Oh, okay.
So, like, that's how some small towns are. It's like they are just not caught up by a decade or two. So that's fine. Not a big deal to me. It's a little played on the top, but
Okay, thank you.
A few other continuity errors. I'm going to list a hell of a lot of these. Dispensers shoot cacti. Elytras means beating the Ender Dragon and exploring the end. Steve
They-
places a slime block, jumps
I
on
heard-
it, and flies.
I heard a fix for the Elytra thing, and this
Mm-hmm.
is a stretch, but they said it's possible to get the Elytra if someone else has already got them. So maybe someone else
old
had a
man.
storage
Yeah, I was about
and,
to
had
say.
them, and he got them from him. And I'm like, you know what? I'll give it to him. It's a stretch, but I'll give it to him. So that continuity error isn't an error to me anymore. If Steve got them from someone else, and with the Alex reference or something, maybe someone else was in the world with him for a bit, or he found someone's old stash. It's a stretch, but I'll give it to him.
Also, I have personal taste on the armor and weapons. Steve, A, is the only one who actually wears the armor. B, all of the armor and tools look very disproportionate. Like, the chest plate was gargantuan. The helmet, tiny. Sword,
Why did they
looked
change
all sorts of
tools
weird.
and items and weapons to fit the characters better, be more realistic? But then the armor, they're like, we're going to make this crap as blocky as we can.
yeah.
Why,
I
why
mean,
did the
it's one
armor...
thing. Yeah, it's one thing to get like the accuracy of like all the gear and stuff, but like to make it like huge, you know, like
Well,
it's
they-
like it.
Just the sword alone, they updated the sword to look better, cooler, and different. You know, there's different reasons for that, but one of them is probably marketing. They can sell more items of that, whatever. But whatever, they made the swords and tools look different, which I'm fine with, whatever. But then the armor is literally just the same armor in the game. It doesn't fit him at all.
Not only that, but he's the only one who wears armor. None of the other players or characters wear armor besides him in that one scene.
Dude, I'm guessing
Well,
the armor
he's
costs
Jack
so
Black.
much to make. I'm telling you, the
Yeah.
armor
I wanna see
is
my
probably the
armor
most
either.
expensive.
You
crap
saw
they
how many
make.
diamonds he had?
No, I'm like in real life. That armor is probably like thousands of dollars to make for them. It's
That's too
garbage.
meta. That's too meta for Minecraft.
You know they paid
Breaking the
someone
fourth wall
tons
for
of
it.
money to make that piece of crap.
And it lasted so little. Or so
And he
little
doesn't have
amount of
pants.
time,
He didn't
really.
make pants. Why
I love how
He did.
rushed by it was that Jason Momoa wanted to leave the kid's sister to die. Like, it's just like, they mentioned it once and just never again.
Yeah, I did put that down. It's like it's like, well, screw your sister, and then
Well, 'cause
we never bothered to take a
Wasn't the
look at
kid's
it.
name
Yeah.
Henry? And then
Yeah.
Jason Momoa kept calling him
Hank.
Hank. I thought that was weird. I asked my wife, and she actually said that Hank is a shortened version of Henry, and it's common for people to use that. And I was like, oh, I didn't know.
I didn't know that.
I had no clue about
So
that
that's
either.
not an issue. Apparently, Hank is it's like calling someone that's like Robert Bob. Hank
figured
and
it was
Henry are
just
the
a
same
callback.
thing.
Western thing.
I figured as a callback to the entrance of the movie where it shows the garbage man playing in championships where you're supposed to be a duo and he's doing it by himself. Putting
I thought
Callback
it's
Is
just
to
that
Dylan,
real?
the
I
lone
didn't
wolf
realize
character,
that.
and
I
not
thought
even
it was like he can't remember his name, so he just makes up a name for him and calls him that. Like
Yeah, that's what I
like a
thought
lot
too.
of assholes do. But
my
which
idea was
might-
the character being such
Hey,
a lone
hey.
wolf that he doesn't even take the time to learn other people's
Yeah,
names.
which is
sense-
what I
sense.
thought.
Luffy does that, and he's no asshole. You ever seen One Piece? I mean, come on, let's not.
Fair enough. He just forgets the names, or whatever.
Different
which,
cliches,
which
though.
may
There's
or may not be
different
true,
tropes.
but based on my wife's information, it may be that he cares because he's like, "You're my one friend" and stuff with Henry later. So obviously, he built a connection with him, and maybe he just does it as a cool nickname.
Connections build over time. At the very start, I drew
Yeah,
associations to him being lone wolf characteristics and having mildly rude afflections towards it.
So, what was everyone's thoughts? I think a couple people have kind of mentioned it already, but the villager side story.
Go
oh, the
ahead.
nitwit. I like that it was a nitwit because not many people are going
Yeah,
to
I like
understand the green cloak is the jobless guys, and they're kind of supposed to be like dumber.
The principal looked like a
And-
reject Rosie O'Donnell.
I didn't like a lot of the actors and stuff, but I thought for what the movie was, that was a pretty good scene. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'm willing to suspend disbelief on the things they messed up on it because it was a good little bit. I thought it was something that like it wasn't surface level. It was like something you like they actually took like a second to figure it out and make it. So I liked it. I was enjoyable.
it makes me interested to see if they noticed the characters are cubic. Nobody drew any qualms with a cubic wolf running around for a couple of years. Nobody drew qualms with a cubic man taking a woman to a date. Nobody drew any that was entirely normal.
I will
So I'm
say at
curious
the
if they even
end,
noticed.
Yeah,
at the end with the
need
zoo
music,
lady, he was kind of like her main attraction at the
No,
at her
no,
zoo thing.
before that, whenever the wolf escaped through the portal.
Honestly, in
and
our
was running
modern day,
around
if
in the
someone
overworld
was dressed
for
as like,
real
let's say
life.
you see two cat people and they're at like a table and they're licking bowls out like a cat, you'd just be like, oh, it's one of those weird woke people or something, you know? You'd be like, whatever, move on. So like,
But you don't-
tomato, tomato.
You don't see like a 2 meter
probably just
long
assume that
cubic
they're-
wolf acting perfectly as a wolf for like years in your
That's
hometown.
just
and
a
I
you're-
would
regular
just-
costume.
that's
I would just
That's
assume it's one of our
Steve.
Maybe
politicians.
they
Yeah.
didn't notice him.
I would just assume it's a politician.
It's just a furry. Don't worry about it.
No one. There was no like town rumor about like of a very Locky like wolf wandering around this town.
To be fair, you see that, who's gonna believe you?
It's the Bigfoot of the town.
Yeah, I mean, like it'd be like Bigfoot. You think? Could have like
Everybody
a cult.
blows it off. They're
Yeah,
trying to make
sure,
a new
buddy.
Euclid.
The let's talk about the battle. The I
Which one?
named it the battle of the overworld. The final act.
With all like the
Ooh,
iron
skipping
golems
ahead.
and stuff.
I'm not skipping ahead.
I believe that's yeah.
I mean, we kind of been jumping all over the place, so we might as well.
No, I wasn't.
Let me get up paint because I need to. I'm gonna draw a bigger picture here. So let me share my screen for this.
You're stealing my ideas. I'm gonna go ahead and put the "This is better than Rogue" setup back on my screen.
Which battle? Wasn't there multiple battles?
Well, okay, I'm talking about the big one, the main one.
The one at the end with all the iron golems?
I guess we could start with the first one if you want to do that.
Honestly, I don't even remember any of the battles very well. They
Okay. So we'll start. So this square that I am drawing. Oh, hold on. Okay. So this square, this is like the whole town square. So bear with me. So we got some buildings right over here, and then right
Gorgeous.
here we're assume this is the chicken shop. This is the hot lava chicken majiggy. We can
Petition to stop for a second to everybody sing the song.
no.
Petition denied.
I'm
La
good.
la la lava. The door.
Petition to let him sing it and feel embarrassed as we all judge him and boo him.
Deal.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
La 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 lava. Chicken.
Boo.
Steve's lava chicken. Yeah, you're bringing that back. Ooh, mama, sees it. I don't know the words.
You remember it better than I do. God dang.
What I'd do with all my friends posting it for like a week and a half.
I did not think I was going to enjoy it. That is the one song I was like, that's alright.
pretty good,
I was
though.
kind of confused when Jack Black went into like a musical.
I'm like,
I was
am
like,
I being punked? What's going on here?
Yeah, I was
Is
a little bit
this a
confused.
movie or are we doing a musical?
Before I went in,
I thought I was
I had,
watching
like-
The Wicked.
8 people told me it was a musical, and I did not believe them. And he started singing, and I was like, is it going to be a continued? Are they going to keep singing? And I was really worried for a bit, but they did not.
It's like you might as well have like him do like a sonnet in the beginning where he wishes to year in the mines.
I would have loved that.
I would immediately been like, it's a musical. I don't know why I signed up for a musical. I would have been
I
so
feel like the
convinced.
songs were just thrown in to have a song. There wasn't a neater purpose for them.
I feel like that was
Yeah, but
Jack
it's
Black doing
Jack
his own
Black
thing,
singing.
That was a Jack
and
Black.
B marketing.
Yeah.
And B marketing.
So Disney has a formula for when they do songs, and I don't know exactly, but from what I've read and heard, is whenever you can't express something vocally, they go into song. So when something becomes so emotional or big or something so part of you that you can't just talk about it, they then turn it into a song. It's
Yeah, the
kind of like
chicken,
the
I mean,
formula.
I think that's a pretty good
I
time
agree.
for song.
Automatic chicken farms are so great.
I love
that
those.
you cannot convey them through simple speech.
I'm
It's
sorry,
not
he's
quite
right.
that, but it's
No, I'm
just like,
kidding.
okay, a chicken farm, cool. And first off, the chicken farm doesn't even work right, so.
Yeah, no, it does not.
Yeah,
Well,
but I
how
mean,
so,
100%.
Lava? Can you elaborate?
Well, the lava hits the chicken. It literally, the lava falls on the chicken square.
yeah.
Even if they had it be a half slab, the chicken. So if it
No,
was a
they
half
show
slab, the
in it,
chicken would have survived.
The lava goes down and falls. There's lava, a
The item would have
lava
been destroyed.
mound on the chicken. It should
Yeah, and they have
be down
hoppers
low.
underneath to grab the cooked chicken.
The chicken would have instantly spawned inside the lava and instantly been destroyed, though.
Yeah.
If there was a half slab and the chicken was on the half slab, the lava would have come down, a full grown chicken would have been burnt, the item would have spawned in the upper part of the half slab and then been picked up by the hopper.
Ah.
But because the lava hit the chicken in its block, the entity spawned in the lava and was destroyed. So
There you go.
I saw the trailer, knew it wasn't going to be like a real chicken farm, in theory.
They actually have in Minecraft Bedrock. You can download like a plugin that gives you the movie chicken thing.
Actually,
Because you can't build it normally. You can actually pay a couple $dollars and get like
You
a
have to
world
pay?
pack well,
What?
yeah, you have to pay for everything in Bedrock.
You have to play.
That gives you
That's
that chicken
stupid.
building to make a chicken thing from the movie. Because you can't build a normal Minecraft.
I'm
So
curious about this.
there's
now.
a mod that gives you it now.
I'm curious about this because if they build it exactly how it was in the movie, how upsetting that will
It
be for
wouldn't look
people
good.
who buy
Oh.
it and then it doesn't work, and they're sitting there like, what?
Well, it's a mod,
$10
so
for
it
this.
works how it does in the movie, not in the game. So
I
it's-
hate that even more that they break the laws just so that your
Oh,
micro.
they
Break
did that
the
all kinds of
laws.
mods for Bedrock.
They break the laws, yeah.
Not the laws. No.
I love that. I love that explanation of Minecraft mods. They break the laws.
They do, and they should be in jail for it. Minecraft jail.
They should be in the lava chicken farm.
Oh my.
Good lord.
That's
That's the next
someone-
microtransaction, all right?
I believe someone did like a live experiment where they cooked chicken with actual lava, molten lava.
How'd that turn out?
It cooked.
Crispy.
That
Let me ask you guys something. When you kill a piglin, what do they drop?
Nuggets, right? Gold
Zombified
nuggets.
piglin or normal piglin?
A piglin,
Yeah,
a
that's a
normal
good question.
piglin.
Oh, and
Not a
Oh,
zombie
no.
piglin, a normal piglin. They drop a few different things, ranging from like a bucket of water to gold to things or this and that. No, that's the gold bars. I believe they drop nothing, right?
As far as I'm aware, it's just
Um,
experience, yeah.
In the
Yeah.
movie, they dropped a cooked
Yeah.
steak or pork
Ah.
chop or whatever. It's cooked
Oh
with
yeah, I
pork
saw
chop.
that.
It was cooked meat. It's like, first off, they don't do
Fun.
that. If
I
you want
mean,
to go zombify
more
piglins,
realistic.
they drop rotten flesh, which is different.
Rotten flesh and golden
But every
nuggets, yeah.
single one that was getting killed was dropping a big chunk of meat. And it was like cooked.
I'm gonna cry from how different it is in the newer versions from the old, because I'm still an old head remembering when zombified piglins dropped the gold nuggets.
Zombified
Here's-
piglins do drop
they
gold.
still do
Or
that.
Had they changed that?
Oh, I thought we were just talking about. I'm just confused.
They
Never mind.
changed
Ignore
it
me.
So you have to physically attack them to get them now, I think.
I thought that
In
was
the
the
newest
case
update.
anyway.
Okay.
for the
If an
for
No,
entity
you
dies of
could-
natural causes, they don't have material drops.
No,
but you
I
can't
mean,
do
in the old
like
game, they used
the
to.
AFK farm. You can't do like the AFK farm where they just run in an entity cram and die. You have to actually do damage to them yourself to get the nuggets now. That's a recent change.
I
Aw.
did not know that.
Because they've always
Yes, I've just
it's been declared as a bug, and it's been declared as a bug for a long time, and they've tried a few different times to try and fix it to no avail. It's just like the fishing farm. The AFK fishing is technically a bug, and they're constantly trying to fix that, and they always figure out a way to overcome it.
They're never
That
gonna
farm's
stop
so
the
dope,
community
though.
from.
Yeah,
They'll keep
Farm's
trying,
awesome.
though,
There'll always be a
I'll put a
way.
mod in to make it back how it was.
right?
You know what's amazing is if they did a montage of preparing for it, and it was just like 6 years pass as they sit there AFK fishing. You know,
They got a ton of
then they come back
enchantments.
and they're ready to go. Yeah, one tap all the zombies.
I forgot to mention this. So whenever the group, the first, not with the exception of Jackpot, before they discovered them, and they went to the portal, they're confused, and then it switched to nighttime, and then they're being chased. Some of the group is split off, and then you get to the scene where like Jason's getting chased, and then you get the zombies who are like the zombies go over to the sheep and then like they tear it to shreds. I
Yeah,
don't
why
know
are
if
they killing
anyone knows-
sheep?
Yeah, why do they kill the sheep? Did
I
anyone
noticed
kill-
that
The pink
too.
sheep,
Yeah.
too rare,
Yes.
too beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. I noticed that.
All
I'm
sheep are
kinda
pink.
But I was like, why? That doesn't.
That must be another Dungeons thing.
Yeah.
Has anyone?
maybe.
Did
Also,
anyone notice?
There's a. Go for it.
Sorry, no, yeah, you go.
All the skeletons that spawned were also spider skeletons. I don't know if they have rare monster spawns that were increased. But that's all. Go ahead, started.
I mean, that is possible.
Dude,
Yeah,
they
I mean,
got
it just-
they got the 1 in a million seed.
One in
Yeah,
10
one-
billion trillion.
One in a
you know?
trillion. He got the dream RNG.
The
Um,
next,
But no, I
the next
agree with you,
Easter
that
egg
was-
that no one
that was
saw.
dumb. That was dumb.
So basically, Jack Black at the end of the movie called himself Papa Steve, but the meme was Daddy Steve. They missed so hard on that one. Yeah, but the meme everyone was talking about was Daddy Steve, and they called him
Did they
Papa
do an
Steve.
"Aw man" meme?
Did they?
I don't know. Did they?
I didn't. Oh my gosh, they didn't have any C418 music until the very end when they did an instrumental thing in the background of the ending thing.
I
But
thought
there was
a
no
big
other
issue
C418.
between them and Warner Brothers with that.
Oh, was there? But
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe they were they Warner Bros. Copyright some Minecraft music from some certain creators that were using it.
So
I
I
could be
know
wrong by
that-
that, but
I know that Pigstep is both a newer creation for Minecraft, but I'm pretty sure the creator of it. This is entirely speculation. I'm pretty sure the creator of it, I believe it was Lana Raines.
Yeah.
She
I think the
probably
first
could have
one is
made
not
a deal
it.
with them just to put it in there.
I don't think the first one is it.
Yeah, I don't think the first one was it, bro.
Do what?
she's a P star.
She's what?
Nothing.
What?
Continue.
Continue.
I'm either A, too innocent, or B, too deaf.
Too innocent.
Understood.
Too innocent.
Oh no, I misspoke. What's the name of the lady who made Pigstep?
I'm pretty sure it was Lena.
Yeah, I don't know her last name.
I don't
but,
know what we're
I
talking
know
about,
that there's a
so-
separate actor with a similar-ish name. That
Yeah,
you were
it was
referring to, I suppose.
Lena Rain.
Lena Raine. Okay. But she
Yeah.
could have ended up making an agreement just to allow her music in there because she's not C14, a music production group. Her music is separate from it, which might be the reason why it's one of the main and only songs in there. But
It's
again,
an
it's
iconic.
speculation. It is. And it's relatively fitting given that it was from the Nether. I believe we had side railed pretty hardcore from your depiction of the village, Rogue.
Okay, yeah. So we can get to the first battle, I guess. So, we're gonna say the green is the main character. So, this is Steve. He's gonna be the big block. Yeah, this is he's
Wow.
He's wide green.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm fine here. Something.
Make it wide
And-
blue then.
we got Henry. What was his sister's name?
Nadia,
one cared.
I think.
Nadia.
Nadia. Don't care.
Nadia sounds correct.
Side
Go with
character
it.
number 3.
Okay.
Hey yo.
Henry's sisters right here. Garbage Man.
Natalie. It was Natalie.
Natalie. There we go. So Natalie, and then
Zoo lady.
the zoo lady. Of,
I think it says Dawn. I think.
Dawn. Okay.
That's
whatever.
correct. Yeah.
Is that a knight?
So we got
Matt Berry
John,
played the Nitwit? I didn't know that.
and then
He's a funny guy.
yellows are the
Diversity higher.
villagers. Yeah, we got the villagers here, 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 here. They're basically everywhere. And then we got, and then so they're wandering around. They're getting the gear that Jack Black tells them that we need to go to this village to get some certain gear, so they can go to somewhere else. And then, perfect timing. You got the Piglin faction with the gas that they got chained up, surprisingly, and you got these guys right over here, and they're going pew pew, and they're firing right. They're shelling artillery shells to the villagers. They're taking casualties, with the exception of the main character, because they got plot armor, like this is their plot armor. This is how massive it's massive.
And you know what else is massive?
Sorry.
I hate.
Wait, what?
What?
I think I'm done with this.
Bro,
think I'm
Ninja
over
just
it.
popped out in the middle of it.
So anywho, so you got the so you got the gas shooting away, and the Piglins are making their scene. They're square. They're red square because that's fitting for them.
This looks like the trenches on LS. Like you just try to draw the trenches on LSD, like
Yeah,
a veteran.
Well, someone's probably gonna be watching this on LSD. And then
It's gonna be me.
and then you got General Chungus right here.
My goat.
Big boy.
Very odd name in my opinion, but we
She
can
got
discuss.
Is that a
fat because she
reference?
stopped Dancing. Dude, dancing burns off a lot of weight.
So you got General Chungus here, and he's like, I got what do you say? And I quote, "Sorry, but I gotta what do you say? Like he said something like in the lines like, I gotta like end you."
Oh, the
Sorry,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah,
There,
yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta end you.
Oh yeah.
And his like
And
high
then-
pitched voice.
And then
Kinda country.
Jason here. So you had so Jack Black was about to. Why is this going for the pencil? There we go. So he was gonna go for the attack right here. Yeah. Oh no, jeez. No. There we go. Okay. So he was about to attack, but then you had Jason here who wanted to be Jackie Chan,
The buckets.
and he knocked out Jack Black for a minute, so he's kind of out of the picture. And then he's taking on General Chungus. Henry is on the offensive as well with his unlicensed potato gun, not registered. May I note it? He did not register this,
Dude, that kid's
this
gonna
licensed
like.
gun.
You
Kids
better
are
not
gonna
take that
be-
to school.
Kids are,
Oh my
Already
gosh.
Unapproved.
He already told those kids. He already told the ones that did not.
I mean, if
bully
this
him
is
to
for
not come to
kids, they
school
tell them go
tomorrow.
make guns. That's how you deal with bullies.
Wait.
What message are they trying to say?
They're teaching the valuable lessons for children.
The
And
ones
then
the kids
you
in the
had-
US need to pay attention to.
So you had two people on the offensive taken on, and then meanwhile the damsels rush for cover in this table right here.
And they use the
meanwhile,
worst weapons in Minecraft. A shovel and a, what was it?
a hoe. I
Oh,
believe.
Was it a hoe, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy. Useless side characters. Ignore.
So once Natalie and
Well, they did nothing the whole movie. Like even at the end, they didn't help at all. They were just
For
there.
real.
yeah, even still, they
Moral
and
support.
once they realized they had plot armor, they then too go on the offensive. But they wander off somewhere because storyline. We gotta split the story for movie time. Meanwhile, the dynamic trio, Jack Black wakes up, and he then takes on General Chungus, I believe. and then those two fight together.
We lost Afton.
Jason. Yet. Oh,
He's there. He's just muted.
okay. So then they fight. Henry's doing something. I don't remember because, but he's attacking those piglins. They win. And then they wander off to this direction. Where's I think. More reinforcements come in from this direction. I believe they're chasing after them and not Natalie and the other girl. Even though they're there, they happen to just walk off the scene. And
What was the
just,
Iron Golem doing? Was he fighting stuff in there? I don't remember.
well,
That's
I
a good
believe he
point. I didn't see
was.
him.
I believe he was, but
I
I
believe he was hit by a fireball.
Yeah, I think
You
he
know
got
the
mowed
scene
down.
when they first like introduced the Iron Golem, and it's like he's a big softy on the inside. Imagine if the Iron Golem came over and gave Henry a heart, a little rose, a little poppy, or whatever.
Aw.
Wouldn't that have been great? A little reference.
Would have been nice.
It would have.
Or if he dropped one when he died.
I think that'd have been fine, but I think
I don't think
giving him
Henry
one would have
dies
been
in the
better.
movie.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Anyways, bro, go
Not-
on. We're interrupting you.
So then they're cornered. They're pinned. So then Jack Black throws in the wings. Ooh, look at these wings, and they fly. They are soaring, and the gas platoon goes.
Are the
after
gas
them.
balloons in dungeons? Is that a thing?
I
Or
think
is
that's
that-
a new
Is that a
Minecraft thing,
Minecraft
right?
Legends thing? Is that a Minecraft Legends?
to
The
my
gas
knowledge either.
balloons?
I thought that
They're
was like.
not a
the
thing in
first
Minecraft.
balloons I
The
see.
new Minecraft thing is the happy gas, which is completely different.
Oh, is that different? Oh.
Yeah, they're happy.
Yeah. They're happy.
Imagine putting a saddle on top of it. That's
They're not-
what it
They're
looks
not
Okay.
chained. Yeah, they're not balloons.
I think it's
So those-
probably. I can look it
they
up if
kind
it's
of-
a thing in dungeons.
Well, they kind of like the way they had the gas is like they kind of like held them as like a hot air balloon, in a sense.
Fine, but I think giving him one was better. Anyways, bro, go on.
Whoever's audio is in the background.
Jason, mute yourself.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So then they're flying. Let's get a new scene. Let's get a new one. Yeah, don't save this. So you have Jason and Jack and Henry. Oh, and then you got Henry. None of the straight line and the curving line does have no implications here, but
The top one's
What
Jack
is he
Black 'cause he
saying?
sags a bit.
we can discuss that later.
He weighs down the line.
So then we got gas here, some gas over here. But we have a lot aiming towards Jack Black and Jason Momoa in this scene. And they're flying. They're flying. I'm not sure. I guess they just happen to know they just need to go straight, or just go to a particular direction, and they will eventually meet up. They won't want. Am I wrong?
I don't
Are
think
you
they
saying
have
this
any
in reference
place-
to the guests?
I don't think
No,
they have
they-
a plan. I think they're just trying to escape.
I believe so as well.
And then they'll
Okay.
like meet up later.
Because they are trapped inside of a valley, and there's only really one direction to go, and that is forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got. So they're doing what's that movie? Independence Day. They're doing that Will Smith scene
Hmm.
where like he's in the cannon, and you got Jack Black and Jason like flying in there, maneuvering like this is Top Gun. But so they're flying. Jason is primarily flying, and then we get a very spicy scene at some point while they're flying. Very nothing to know. Very kid friendly if you don't get it.
Yeah, that whole scene was
Like-
kind of weird.
Yeah,
I get they're
Yeah,
trying
so-
to do like a joke and stuff, but it was I feel like it was kind of dumb. It was just cheap laughs. Which, if you want to go for cheap laughs, go for it. You know, it's like in the Minions movie or the
I believe they're
modern.
also trying to
movies.
cater to another part of the audience that be watching the pseudo teenage people who had
Yeah.
played this for a while.
But even
Yeah.
that's kind of it's like I said, the cheap laugh. You can do
I agree.
rude references, but make them a little bit more like, spend more than 2
For
seconds. writing
example,
them.
a distinguished principal having very aggressive, flirtatious behavior with plenty of individuals. Something
Yeah,
like
that was dumb, but it was funny.
Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell looking.
Oops. Okay. We also, if you want to talk about flirtatious, Jason Momoa, Friends Henry, and that is reference to Minecraft YouTubers.
And you know what else is massive?
Oh my
I
god!
hate you.
I'm done with
Why
it.
is it that every adult in the movie is brain dead?
Uh-oh.
What'd you break?
Is it just me, or was
my
every single
audio
adult
just
just
went
like
out.
the
Hold on.
worst? Bro, can't hear us. Everyone talk now.
Hello? Hello? It happened right as I commented on his live, so I think I fucked his thing up.
Yeah.
Sabotage.
You back, Rogue?
I happened the moment I commented on his live.
Nope, he's gone.
You broke him. Rogue's dead.
No.
You killed him. Minecraft
No!
movies
He's
too much for him. It was
no
too
longer
much.
invited to the.
Nobody
longer
commented
invited
his
to
live
the
attacking
anymore.
him.
They
Nobody-
heard us bashing too much, and Warner Brothers went in and shot him. He went
He
to the ground.
Yeah,
bleeding
found out
He was
too
on
much.
to something with
He
that.
knew
with the
too
gas
much.
fight. He was on to something.
He knew too much.
The drawing was out of this
It was
world.
Minecraft all along. Always has been. Blam. Turns out the movie was just a documentary.
Can some wait?
Mike Deafin?
There you go.
We
You're
can hear
in.
you, Ro.
What the hell?
You're in.
We can hear
An
you.
Input device, probably.
We can hear you, Rogue.
Do you have it set up where like you get kicked out of the Discord if somebody comments on your? Oh, he's gone.
He can't hear us, so he's trying to figure that out.
Oh, I see. I see.
He's live
What
on
if I
YouTube,
comment
correct?
again? Do you think it'd fix it?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, let's try.
I
let's try that.
think it's probably aliens. Or the Muffin Man. One of the two.
I've gotta be.
Or perchance even a combination.
It's
of
gotta.
Oh, also, I'm playing PlayStation games.
gotta be here,
thinking that
Brian.
my computer's doing this, guys.
I was playing Apex Legends right before this, and I was contemplating
Oh, I'm sorry.
continuing it, but it requires too much attention to do so.
I'm just playing an old crappy RPG that I'm just grinding away and killing monsters.
He's playing
Okay,
Power World.
okay, we're back. We're back. We're
Let's
back.
go.
Rogue, yay!
Are we? Are you sure?
Welcome back.
We kind of
Comment quick. Comment on his live. Comment on his live.
Comment quickly.
Guys, hit subscribe. Hit subscribe.
Okay. Oh, okay. Hey guys, let's do it. Let's do it all right now.
Just everyone hit the button that says report.
Oh, where's that? Okay, I got it.
Yeah. Report.
He is a Minecraft
Block?
YouTuber after all.
So we can report on lava.
Oh, we're reporting lava or Rogue?
Rogue. You know what? Go and
Lava.
report both of us. You know what? Do it. Report both of us.
Among Us group chat be like,
Lava is the oldest here, so like if anything, he kind of ruined.
Get off my
Wow.
lawn, kids.
Wow.
You don't
Wow.
Get off my
Crazy.
lawn.
That's
That's
crazy.
kind of crazy.
and Lava has kids. Whoa.
Kid.
What?
All right. So we were
I don't know
at
why
this
they
point.
clarified
Yeah, where
that.
were we?
None of it matters.
You
we were
were
talking about
you
the
were-
Elytra scene, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
correct, with the gas.
Jack Black
Okay,
and Jason
okay.
Momoa.
Alright, so hold on. Oop. Let me. Yes. So let's get that. There you go. Okay. All right. Back to the scene. So they're flying. They eventually take these guys out. With some Top Gun maneuver of sorts, and then Henry Does anyone remember what Henry does to get rid of the gas?
He doesn't show up on screen. I think he goes ahead of them, so he's like already passed. But then the other people are lagging behind,
Yeah, but
and
he
so
also,
they're catching up with him.
yeah, but they
I was under the impression he
Wasn't-
shot like a tater tot at them and got it
Maybe-
in the gas.
is that what
mouth
it
or
was?
something.
Tater tot gun?
Something.
Uh,
I
Gun
don't
violence. That's
believe
how he
so
did
off the
it.
top of
Gun
my head.
violence, guys.
gun violence.
sorry to interrupt, by the way.
Solves all problems.
I thought it was pretty nice that at the beginning, well, near beginning of the movie, when they went through the portal, the small girl, she bounced off of Jason Momoa like he was like a brick wall, and the other girl knocked him completely over. I just thought that was funny.
But like the way they got launched was like they were bricks or something. Like who gets
Yeah.
launched like that? Like if I'm sorry, but if a 250-pound woman gets thrown at me, I'm dead. It doesn't matter if she gets launched 100 miles or if she just
What is
leans
Jason
over and
Momoa?
falls on me. I'm dead either way. Like if you launch a big hefty woman at me, like 100 miles an hour, there's gonna be bones breaking.
It's bone breaking, one could say.
It's gonna
Wow.
be just a
Well,
splatter of
I
blood.
don't know. Maybe Jason Momoa built like has like a Garbage Man has the body of Dwayne Rock
Then he's
Johnson.
a brick wall and she splats and gets ripped in half by hitting her. Somewhere, someone's gonna die.
Well, let's see. Almost everyone should have died. Well, a couple of people should have died. Jason should have been harrowed to death. Let's see. Henry should have splattered on the floor.
Oh yeah, did
when
anybody
he,
else
Yeah,
hate
that-
Henry's
kinetic
speech
energy?
impediment?
I was
Damn,
okay
he had a
with that.
speech impediment? I didn't notice
Yeah.
that.
I was
didn't-
okay with that. Grabbing actors with certain disabilities and stuff.
Oh, I didn't. I thought that was
real,
like a choice. I didn't know that was like he actually had a speech impediment.
I don't know, but I'm saying like portraying certain disabilities in movies to.
I
to
guess,
give more
yeah. I just they
notice.
didn't. If it is like a plot, like a portraying like disability movies, I wish they'd like brought it up at all. If it is that
I
sort
don't
of thing.
know, because then if they bring it up, then they point out like that it's.
Well, yeah,
wrong
but
or
if
something.
the point
Just
of like
having that passively in the movie saying, "Hey, there's people with these things, no big deal. There's people like this live." So I'm actually perfectly fine with how they did that.
okay,
I agree with you, Lava.
Yeah, I agree.
The fact that they don't draw attention to it and they don't make a joke based off of it, they simply just have it exist in there as a form of inclusion and
Hey.
and
okay,
Acceptance
but is
of.
inclusion a good thing, guys?
I think
Oh,
the way
God.
they did it in this manner, yes, I think they to include something like that.
Okay, fair enough.
They didn't downplay it. They didn't like mock it or something. They just add to the movie as a subtle little thing. I think they did it well.
Okay, fair enough.
whereas
Could have
some
been
other
improved
movies,
upon, probably, but I think they did it fine.
I mean, yeah, if
Whereas
the
some
goal
movies
was to
would be-
have,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, if the goal was
Diversity
to
or
have,
whatever.
no, I mean, if the goal was to have like, what I'm trying to say is I see what you're saying now. I didn't think about it at first, but if the goal was to have it in there and make it not a big deal, they did a great job.
Yeah, I don't think it was
Yeah, I
pivotal
didn't
to
even
the
notice
plot at all. It just adds
Mm-hmm.
to Henry's an awkward little kid and he gets bullied
Yeah.
at school.
Oh, it's a
But he's
good
really
point.
smart.
It could apply to the bullying thing too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say is there are some movies that draw attention to those sorts of things, such as plenty of them that reference little people, make it a specific thing, add jokes in, calling to it. They make it part of their jokes, part of their plot, essentially.
They make it
But-
an issue.
I mean,
exactly. And this
I-
one had zero calls to it. It just was there, and some people noticed, some people didn't even. Because
there's
it
something to be
wasn't
said
bothering
about
them.
the
It was in
fact.
foreground.
There's something to be said. I'm not necessarily saying for all movies, but there's something to be said about the fact that people are going to notice if you're, a little person or if you have a speech impediment. And I think, I don't know, I think almost making it a funny thing can be, of course, it can be upsetting to some people, but it can also be a way of like, I don't know, a way of specifically including them in like a good way. I can see it as like, like I had a friend when I was younger. He was a little person. He preferred the term midget, honestly. He thought it was funny. And like he loved it when we all made jokes back and forth. But I'm not saying everyone would, but I will say there's something to the idea that there's nothing wrong with making the joke about it, I'd say. you know,
I think
as
it
long as you
depends
don't
on the
disrespectful.
movie, your plot, different things.
Yeah.
I think with the Minecraft movie and its target audience,
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
think the way they did it was really respectful.
Yeah, with impressionable
I
kids.
agree
Now,
with that.
other movies that are different target audiences or different plots or more funny or not funny or whatever, and they do things differently, it can be respectful too in different ways.
Yeah.
I think if they had drawn a lot of attention to it or made jokes about it, I don't think it would have been as good.
That's a good point.
I do agree.
Then we're in agreement.
So you agree the Minecraft movie
It's
sucked
one
except for 1 or 2 points?
Yeah. It's amazing. We can agree. Movie of the year. Movie of the
Movie
year.
of the week.
Movie year because they did one thing right.
Movie of the year.
It might get a Grammy.
Actually?
an Oscar.
Actually,
It's been doing
Jack Black
so. I
always
don't think the
deserves one.
movie's good,
I don't think it deserves an
But it-
Oscar.
but it's been doing very successful. It's been the most successful video game to movie adaptation in history.
Yeah.
Granted,
that's
there were
impressive.
not a huge amount of good ones.
It's
Prior.
done better than the Sonic movies. It's
For
done better
example-
than Mario movies, both of them. It's done better than I think the Prince of Persia movie. There's been a handful. Granted, some of them suck, but it's been the most
Borderlands
successful. And then honestly, even just as a normal movie, money wise, what it's made at money wise, it's been very successful. Now, I don't equate success to being a good movie.
Oh,
I
For
think
example,
it's
who here-
successful because it has a bigger. Minecraft has a huge audience.
who here would
Um,
say the Iron Giant is a good movie or a bad movie?
I would say it's a
I
good
would say
movie.
it's amazing.
It's a great movie. It bombed out. It was unsuccessful at the box office.
I didn't know it was unsuccessful. That's crazy. How?
It lost money at the box office.
But like
And it
how? I guess the
didn't-
advertising must have been bad or something. I thought it was a great movie.
It wasn't cheap jokes. It wasn't. It was a kids movie with a serious tone, and those are hard to market.
Okay. So let me ask. So since Lava's mentioned that, if the Minecraft movie had a serious tone to it, do you think?
No.
Do any of you guys think it would be a good movie?
No.
It depends what you mean by serious tone. If they just altered a few things to make it slightly better, like 10% of the stuff, I would have enjoyed it more. It would have been an A+, but I thought it would have been a much better movie. And I still think it would have been as successful, but I think it would have cost them more time, money, and effort to do.
I agree. For example, let's say the game was in hardcore mode and Henry's sister died in front of him. That would be kind of harrowing.
Oh my gosh.
But it would have to be done correctly in order for there to be a proper emotional impact by it. And again, I believe the movie was designed for children, so to make it a serious
Yeah,
movie is not necessarily catering to them.
They could have
Even
still
though I
left in
feel
like the
that's
chicken
the target
jockey
audience.
and the I am Steve, but slightly made it so, like I said before, made it so they solved a few more problems through creativity, which is like crafting. Maybe in the final battle they put some redstone traps and freaking Home Alone the
That'd
bad
be
guys,
cool.
and then at the end
TNT
they
cannons.
defeat the bad guy,
Yes.
and then they get the bad guy to join them through creativity because the bad guy wanted to be creative as well. Unite the overworld, the Nether, and then have like a plot line of Herobrine to the end or something. Just change the end, fix some plot holes, fix some continuity errors. I think it would have been a better movie, and it would have still just done as well as the box office. You still have a lot of your cheap laughs and jokes. You still have your little songs by Jack Black and the characters being the characters, but I think it could have been better and still been
Yeah.
as successful.
Did anybody else?
With those changes, I don't think that would technically make it a more serious or somber movie. I believe that could, in fact, lean more into the childishness and the element of fantastic stories where it's, oh, well, the bad guy realized the error of their ways and they now all sit around a campfire singing Kumbaya, you know?
I think they could have made it add a little bit of serious. Like, for example, Despicable Me is a great movie that's silly, but also a little bit of serious in there because there's real threats and real issues, and it has a great moral, a plot line and story, and it did very successful. And I wish the Minecraft movie was more in that same lieu of characters having backstories, the plot having purpose, and just things flowing well. And the Despicable Me movie still has its stupid quotes like, it's so fluffy. You can still have those dumb things here and there, but if all you have is dumb things...
Granted, the Despicable Me movies do have harder topics. For example, kidnapping. threats of mortality, like multiple instances where there is, in quotes, the chance of failure.
Yeah, but even
Yeah.
even Steve's only threat of danger was for his dog to get killed. But we, the viewer, already know from the
Correct.
beginning that the dog is safe in the overworld, and it's just
Yeah.
a threat. So already there's no tension. There's no
And it's
threat.
a stupid Minecraft dog. You can get there's a million of them. Like, who cares?
Well, okay,
The-
okay.
This is
No,
more
the
zoo
Well,
lady
reference.
ends up creating
Come
a
on.
horde.
No, Dennis.
He named the dog and everything. Come on, you have
Yeah,
emotional
my-
attachment.
My name's dog. Subscribe to Rogue. What's your point?
Well, I'd kill that dog.
Hey yo.
What?
Hey.
Did anybody
That's
else
how it
notice
works.
that his diamond chest plate broke in one hit?
I did
did.
notice that. I was like,
it was old
hey,
armor.
that-
He
that
got off
must
a
be-
zombie. It had
was
one
some-
durability left.
Oh, okay,
You
okay.
could fix it.
One durability.
I mean, he had so many diamonds.
Anvils?
Dude, he
No
doesn't know how
way.
to do that. There's no.
Barrels
he
of
didn't have-
diamonds.
He didn't have Wikipedia. He never tried that feature.
He had
Yeah, he
massive
doesn't watch the
amounts of
YouTube
He was in a
diamonds.
village.
He didn't know how to fix it though. Like, if no one tells you there's these feature in games, you don't
Yeah.
know if you don't come
Okay, but
across
he
them.
figured out how to
Exactly.
do
He
things.
figured
in,
everything
like,
else, yeah.
An hour
He
one.
figured out how to fly
Yeah.
with elytras,
Yeah,
use
he
slime
can figure it
blocks.
out. He doesn't figure out
He's too
everything.
busy
Set
building
up.
a creeper farm to figure out armor. He
He's
has plot
stab-
armor. Why wear armor
he's-
when you have plot armor?
Wait,
He
that's
has
a,
stab
that's a
logic.
good point.
He speed runs the
Because
game.
he's Jack Black.
Because thank you.
No, I don't think the armor had 0 durability or whatever. I think it was just a MacGuffin. It was just
I think
designed
that
to be
staff
that way.
Yeah.
was
I
overpowered.
believe
You know,
it was plot
actually,
as well.
actually, in Minecraft, you can break any armor in a single hit with velocity. If your arrow's going a certain speed, which is like 10,000 or something, and it hits it adds its velocity to its damage. So you can break any armor with a single arrow if it's going fast enough.
Huh.
So you're saying that they had
Which is why
accelerated.
when
I
you
forget what it was
dive bomb
that hit
someone
him.
with a Elytra and you shoot him with arrow, it does more damage to him.
Okay, that's a pretty cool detail. Guys, what do you think they
I
meant
don't,
when they
I
said
don't think that's what happened
I don't
here
think
because
they-
it's just a
yeah.
stupid staff, but it is possible.
what do you guys think they meant when they said dungeon stuff?
Well, in what
Could
regard?
you
Where did they say that?
reference?
I literally don't remember. I just wrote down that they said something about that. I think it was either Jack Black or Jason Momoa said something about dungeon stuff.
It could have been a reference to Minecraft Dungeons. Could have been a reference to the.
It was
dungeon-
more of a implication.
thing?
I felt like.
It could have been
I
a reference
am
to
under the
like
impression-
sexual things.
Yeah, that was
I'm
my.
under the impression that it was whenever Jack Black was in the dungeon and he was chiseling using his creativity, and I forget the name of the orc lady, or not orc, piglin lady, was upset that they were not doing dungeon stuff.
Yeah, it's
Instead,
trying
they
to
were
make like a
allowing his
little
creativity.
lewd joke.
I believe it
Not in
could
my
be
kid
in that,
movie.
that sense, yes.
Not in my childhood fulfilling movie.
Innuendo.
Not in your childhood.
Not in my
I mean, they
childhood
do that.
fulfilling movie.
They do that in a lot of. I mean, yeah. Go watch the SpongeBob movie.
Oh yeah, when Jason
Come on.
Momoa spoke Spanish, the thing he said he thought meant goodbye brother meant go with God. Just a little detail.
Got quiet real quick. Did my thing cut out?
No, you're good.
No, I just spoke
I
over
think
you.
that was. So the woodlands, the woodland mansion. So we have they went in there. Well, Jason and what should I call it? Oh, lava's something wrong with lava's
Oh.
thing. Let's see. What do you say? Is that his sound died? Okay, that's lovely. Okay. So you had them distracting the pillager. I don't. Did the evoker summon the Vexes? Because
I do not believe so.
when Henry like gets caught, like you had the invoker there, like in reference, well in there in the scene, but pretty sure he should have like summoned or like he would have done,
Casted bear
Um,
traps.
yeah.
Snap traps, rather. I believe neither of those things happened.
He kind of he just stood there while his comrades kind of went in and charged charged in, and then they kind of stopped when the door got slammed in front of them, and proceeded
do
not to
agree.
do anything.
They gave up real fast.
Yeah, they kind of gave up too fast. Like, dang, that really took not too much. Maybe that's them following the game mechanics.
Oh yeah,
of-
how did 2 iron axe hits not break a wooden door?
I guess plot armor.
I believe if a zombie spawns with a axe and they are blocked by a door, there is an audio cue that plays and the door breaks into an item.
Mhm.
And I believe the same happens with illagers. But I could be mistaken about that same thing
Okay.
happening with illagers. But just overlooked game mechanic, another continuity error.
Continuity
If-
is all over.
That is correct.
There is a lot.
To address the elephant in the room, the Woodland Manor. Why are there Endermen on the 3rd floor? When did the Enderman get a fear ability that takes over people? And then I love the Steve's eyes turned white.
Herobrine Easter egg, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, Endermen don't necessarily spawn there. I believe that they
No.
added that just as an excuse
Yeah.
to have Endermen there.
It honestly
But
felt like a
Enderman
thrown in
can spawn
Enderman
wherever.
thing.
I feel like they kind of like, oh shoot, we forgot to add Endermen. So
Yeah.
let me throw them into the
Yeah,
Woodland
Steve was
Mansion.
like, but be careful of the Enderman on the 3rd floor. And it's like,
well,
What?
how does he know?
yeah, exactly.
There were gonna be Endermen there.
To the best of my knowledge, there is no increased spawn rate due to any overworld location with Enderman. As long as there is a spot that has 3 blocks tall and the sufficient lighting standards, Enderman could spawn there. The same as any other entity, though, but Endermen have a very low spawn rate in the overworld in general.
Mm.
But
It was definitely
I
a
think
hardcore world though
Henry-
because the bows were enchanted. Sorry, continue.
I do believe Henry would have gotten his crap rocked by that Enderman, though. He swung wildly, and Endermen actually do have a somewhat attack pattern that is designated to specifically take advantage of your attack speed, so that you swing, and on your off swing, whenever you have not recharged your ability, the Enderman then rushes you
Mm.
to make it to where you have a harder time landing successive hits.
He was doing
Um,
snowman hits on the Enderman. He was making 8s.
As I said,
This
it's
spin
like there
also
was
draws
no
us to-
recharge for your attacks. It's
Well, I don't think
1.8
it was
an
PvP.
older version of
1.8.
Minecraft. Yeah, the pre-combat patch.
The better
Uh,
version.
But the fear
Oh, we
ability,
got lava.
Endermen are scary as hell. So could have just been that he was very scared. But
But then the
it
guys
did
who were
have the full effect
downstairs,
where it
nowhere
just-
near the Enderman, got like fear ability too.
really, I didn't see that.
Didn't
had
they? Yeah,
gotten
that's when
activated.
Jack Black's eyes went white, right?
Jack Black, his eyes went white through.
Oh, the whole Enderman
Henry's,
scene.
like,
I
vision.
didn't know Enderman could do that.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Technically, they can't.
They did do a
Understand
Herobrine reference that Jack Black's eyes went a little bit white.
Mhm.
From understanding, is that supposed to be a reference to Herobrine?
Yeah.
So they had had a mishap with the CGI or rather the VFX on that.
No,
that
no, that's
scene,
marketing.
and
Yeah, that's
And
fake. They would've
That's
fixed
marketing.
that.
They
Best
would
of
have.
my
Come
knowledge.
on.
they would have fixed it, but they saw it and they decided to keep it in.
There's no way they
afterwards
put that in and
because
made a
of the-
I call
story.
that as BS. That
That's
sounds
bull.
So BS.
That's such BS. There's no way.
I mean, it's Steve. Steve's
I'll look it
obviously the counter to
I'll
Yeah,
see
it's
what
Herobrine.
I
obvious. If it had been anybody else, I would have believed it. But it's Steve.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be a Herobrine reference, and that's what I'm going to believe.
Especially with the
I would be
zoom in
willing
on
to
his
believe they did it
face.
on purpose, but I'm willing to also believe it could have been a mishap. Like they were.
It happened
fucking-
on
or
the zoom
screwing
in
with
to his
settings and
face.
That would have been so easy to fix, like post production or something, just to edit the eyes
Yeah.
in different colors,
And it-
like 1
then-
second.
I imagine
I would have
they were
believed it was
tweaking
anywhere
saw
else.
the effect and decided to keep it in.
Wait,
Understanding.
I would have believed that if it was like a wide
We
shot, but it was a
actually did
zoom
this.
into his
Whoops.
face.
Hey, hang on, lava. Sorry, dude. Go ahead.
I
Finish
would
what
have
you're
believed
saying.
it if it was a wide shot, but it was a zoom into his face. It was if it had been any other shot, maybe I could see it as a glitch, but it was literally a zoom into Jack Black's face. There was no way that that's just an error, a mishap that they left in, because it was a straight up like focus in on his face. Only
Granted,
thing
I
in
could have
frame.
just seen something that was hearsay, but I will probably do a little bit more research into it just out of curiosity.
I think that like with that reference, they're probably gonna incorporate that for their next sequel.
I would love a sequel
Like,
movie.
Maybe that's like a foreshadowing to the next movie where he's like Jack Black's now Herobrine.
I was about to say Jack Black is now the villain.
Dude,
Yeah.
that would be sick. And Alex is
That would be
like,
kinda
I need
sick.
I want my Steve back.
Ooh.
I mean, we
I
can
don't-
discuss the what we think the next movie
I can get carried away with
here
that.
later
Stop.
down. But continuing along, the Woodland Mansion scene. We were discussing a bit about that. What was your initial thoughts when you were watching that scene?
I can't get past like okay, so I really like the set pieces, like especially like the zoomed outs. Like the places looked amazing, even though they aren't perfectly accurate. Minecraft, you can't make it perfectly accurate. That's fine. Like when they did the mountains and the railroads or the mines, I thought the set pieces looked amazing. But then when they threw in like any living mob, it just ruined it. And I feel like even though the Woodland Mansion looked all right, all the illagers just looked so bad. I couldn't get past it, and some of them didn't even act right, or the way like he's like I'm gonna sneak in, and he literally doesn't sneak in. like he's like I'm gonna build a pillar up to the side and break in from the top, and then he doesn't do that. So it's like what?
yeah,
I forgot about
I
that.
just feel like it was bad
Yeah.
on multiple levels,
yeah. He was gonna
which
build, but
is I
instead
guess
he
an
just
unintended pun.
he kind of tiptoed around the pillagers up to the stairs, and then like he gets caught, and then you had the invoker. What I mentioned earlier, that I don't think the invoker like did anything. He just kind of stood there while the pillagers kind of chased after them, and then they stopped once Henry closed the door and proceeded on to do nothing else. Up. I think Lava's audio just died again.
Oh, fun. By the way, Rogue, somebody, I think other than me is reporting you in your chat. You might want to address that.
Who's reporting?
But,
Jason?
Jason.
Rogue, I'm gonna cut it real quick. Rogue, my Discord is doing this Discord thing,
Oh.
and my daughter's also going to bed, or she's supposed to be to bed. I'm going to take off a little early. I'm just going to leave with, while I did enjoy the movie to watch it, I don't think I'm going to remember it in like a couple months. And
Yeah.
I probably won't go see the second one. I was kind of overall disappointed for it. I give it a 3. With some of the stuff you guys brought up, maybe a 4 at most, 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10. I don't think it was true to the franchise or to the original Minecraft, maybe the dungeons, wherever. And I thought I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think it was good. I gave it a 3 out of 10.
Okay.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Okay.
And,
I'll see you guys later.
Nice
Thank you,
meeting
Lava.
Uh,
See ya.
Send me any questions or notes, and I'll respond to them.
Okay. Fair enough.
Take it easy.
Does it have to be about the Minecraft
Yeah.
movie, or can I just send him questions and notes about life?
I mean, you could just do that on your own time, but
Oh, okay.
Here's where we spam him with questions about where he lives.
Yeah. I think
The important
he's
things.
mentioned it before. I think I have that on recording. Never mind. Continue.
Dox him.
Yeah. No, I don't have his address or anything.
okay. Kind of, let's see. So we kind of the Woodland Mansion, and then so they did that fun dance, and then somehow the piglins find them. They just managed. They got like a tracker on them. Like they just threw a tracker, and they're just like, "We found you. Give us it."
They have massive build reach. Why would they not have massive detection radius?
You know
I
what?
feel like that could be somewhat a reason.
It's a good point. Aggro range is increased.
Oh, they increased their the chunk base.
Yeah. Do you guys see the?
They got Go ahead.
No, you were talking. I just
I
have
was
a
gonna
habit of
say that
interrupting.
they got Distance Horizons mod activated.
Also, if you looked at it, they definitely had shaders. Jack Black definitely had shaders on. Oh, but do you guys see the enchanting glyphs on the crystal portal crystal orb? They were pretty
did.
good with enchanting glyphs. They had them all over anything that needed them. But the ender pearl, ugh,
Agreed.
You didn't like that?
it
Because
was
like
round. It's supposed to be round, but it's supposed to be like a disc, not like a ball. At least the
I
way
think
I
it's supposed
picture
to be a
it.
ball.
I think
I've always thought of the ender pearl as like a disc. You know?
I thought
I
of
agree
it
with
more
it being
like
an
a
orb.
ball. Yeah, like a.
Yeah, I thought it was a ball.
I'm outvoted here.
Stardude likes frisbee.
I like. Hey, I have like 3 frisbees in my room. I'm be honest.
Now you have to change your mind. You love it now.
Yeah, actually, you know what, guys? Yeah, I thought about it. I think I really like it.
I mean, maybe it's supposed to be a disc, but I guess it's canon that it's an orb and ball.
Yeah.
I like how
Maybe.
Jack
Which
Black.
now, which now I guess the potato gun is now canon. So I guess we're gonna get the potato.
Hey, I want to see
the
that in
gun
Minecraft.
update.
Minecraft gun
Well,
update.
Yeah. They're probably gonna make a mod.
Technically, you can if
Yeah.
you can Minecraft added the Minecraft movie pack.
Did
where
they
you
really?
We can. Yeah, so if you wanted to utilize
Would
the
you?
All right, guys, we
the
hopping on.
potato gun.
Or for Bedrock.
We hopping on. I'll start a
I
server.
think it's for Bedrock.
Oh, is it
pretty sure.
actually? I'm sure
not
somebody's
sure.
made a Java version.
Yeah, I don't.
There probably is. There's probably a mod for it.
There's
No
probably
doubt
10
about
mods
it.
for it.
Let me
Also-
search it up.
Steve knows all the enemies' names, like all the Nether enemies' names. Like he knows them individually by name, but he still kills them at will with no second thought.
Yeah, because
Well,
doesn't like
he
Quentin.
cares about his
Let me
dog
check
more.
that.
I guess
He's got
that's true.
priorities.
But like, how does he just? Oh, I guess he does. I guess he did spend time in the Nether. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say like he spent a lot of
Yeah,
time.
he
I mean,
spent
like
time.
you see him building a sculpture. That took some time. Unless
I guess,
unless
yeah.
unless he's a master of the craft at it that we just didn't we weren't aware of in the beginning parts of the movie.
That's a good point. They're really kid-friendly villains, I gotta say. I mean, they did that well in a way that's not gonna scare kids in any sort of way.
Well, yeah, I guess yeah they do. The final battle. Should we? Let me get my screen. Again. The final battle. Let me get a new. Let me get a new.
I was about to say, is that you
Alright.
depicting Star Wars?
All right. So this massive line right over here.
Don't you dare.
So this is the iron golem. Everything else in the back right over here. This is basically the end zone. They're trying to defend the village. There's no other directions for these for the piglins because this is the portal. Here's all the piglins. They kind of had to get into a gathering square and not. They had to gather around before they go and like wreak havoc for whatever reason. Instead, they did not they did not plan this full ahead of time. They kind of just like, all right, now we got it. So we're gonna have everyone come out of the to the overworld, and then I'm going to list out my plans like a typical villain would do. So you have the boss right over here. She's right over here with her 2 other minions that are like holding netherwart uh essence. So she does her thing, ooh, and tears up the sky. The sky is now dark. And then you had the whole team do a quick quick grind session for about an hour while everyone else was coming out from the portal. But by that then they've already got a lot of iron. Um, they got diamonds. Granted that Jack Black had a stockpile. Um, what else? Uh, let's see. What? So yeah, they have that. Um, hang on. You guys hear me, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
we're just
Guys
paying
were really
attention.
I'm trying
silent.
to follow.
Okay. All right.
Very
We're paying
invested.
attention.
So we have this. So they're about to. So once she gave her speech, she now tells them to advance, and they are advancing, and they are halted by this this iron golem right over here, and and then perfect timing. She tells them that the golems are neutral, and then the first shots are fired by the piglin, and then he gets owned.
Craig!
And then they go on the counteroffensive. They go charging in. Not to mention we had Captain Ironswift here, um, who's taking the lead here. He's all over the place. He's doing he's the MVP right now. For the team deathmatch. So he's doing his thing. You have Henry and Natalie like in the behind the iron formation, and they're spearheading towards the portal because they need to shut that down. And then oh, not to mention you had Big Boy, bigger Chungus. I will name him. I don't remember his
Big boy.
yeah.
Let's just
Kyle.
call him Bobbert.
Yeah, he's Bobbert. Bobbert here. He comes to the fray after she tells them to do something, and he comes in. He's now trying to carry his team. Let's say it right here. He's trying to carry his team. He's trying to. So both sides are slowly taking casualties, except the piglins are. They're getting thrown all over the place. Um, and then coincidentally, you had the wolf battalion by that zoo lady. She comes in from the side, uh, taking on Big Boy Bobber right
I
over here,
can't
and
track
they're
all of
trying to
this at
stop him.
all.
Meanwhile, Jack Black comes in from the side for the surprise attack, and I guess he rolled a 1 for attack because he flops. So he falls flat on his face, and now he is being attacked by her. Henry does his thing. He goes boosh, and he's on top of the portal. And Bobbert here, he's now over here, and now he has a perfect angle to shoot at him. And he should be, and now he does, and now Henry's falling, and now Henry should be splattered into a million pieces, but he isn't, because Jason here with the area support just comes in out of nowhere. Um, how does he survive? Considering that he kind of kamikaze on the bridge, but you know,
Yeah, he
plot
died
armor,
so
I guess.
unceremoniously and then came back so meh.
How did he get a how did he get a gas? We never know. I guess because I'm pretty
Black
sure
magic.
like all the
Jack Black
gas
magic.
were like
Oh.
and all the piglins were like eradicated from that big explosion. Um, so he comes in, he saves the day, and then like he comes around, looping around, and they blow up the whole thing, and the sun is out, and all the piglins are no more. They're zombies. They're actually decaying very fast, and they're dead. And she's slowly eradicating. Not to mention, uh, the other two withholding the nether wart essence. They're fine. Um, there's no explanation for that. What happened to those guys? But they're fine. Um, so then she's on her final legs, and she tries to kill him. Jack Black uh dodges it because she too also rolled a two on the dice, and her efforts to get one last strike has failed, and the good guys win, and it's celebration all around, and they're happy, and they're celebrating, they're partying and what have you. And yeah. Does anyone have any different notes from
Yeah, you
this
threw
this
up on the
part?
screen.
It
Well,
looks like you
that's
have the movement plan of the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, you depicted a Power Rangers fight. That's great.
what it is.
Yeah, it's a very accurate summary of the fight.
The last two piglins, the younger ones that like holding the I guess the netherwort essence, like it's like a holy grail. They seem to be fine after like the portal and everything's like destroyed. Only did anyone notice that?
I suppose Netherwort in of itself, because the item that the piglins are given is a Netherwort potion, which I presume is Netherwort just is a prolongification to keep them from zombifying, and the items they had were actual items that old, I forget what it's called. It's incense burners of sorts. So I presume they had what's it called, Netherwort in there that was being acted like an incense, providing some form of protection in a local area from turning into
Could
zombies.
make sense.
Every
I mean,
time
they're
they
the
were
only-
traveling around,
They're the last two
like-
survivors.
Vogue, am I able to get
Yeah.
permissions to put like my own MS Paint up? I had a depiction. I was wondering if I could.
Go ahead. I think you should be able to share your screen.
Oh, it says I can't
expect the
stream
Mona
into
Lisa
this
to be appeared.
channel. I think I need like
Uh,
some sort of perm.
Speech
There.
moderator.
Here, let me.
I am unable
Let's
to
see.
either with moderator.
Moderated. Okay. Let me see.
Yeah, it doesn't let me.
Not
Let
special
me-
enough.
Here.
I know, right?
If you screenshot it, you could post it into to Rogue, and he could end up putting it on.
Okay, I could do that.
Yeah, let me see.
What
if
is
I can-
screenshot F2?
I always just pull up Snip Tool. I don't know what the shortcut is for it.
Video. Here. Okay. Try again. Should
Perfect.
be able
Yeah, I
to.
can do it now.
Okay. Cool.
All right, I believe. Yeah, here we go. So if you look right there, I think that
Alright.
if you just like give a good second, I think there's a good. So really,
As a
okay, that's all I
moderator,
had.
can
That's
ban
all I had
him?
to say.
I can disconnect. Oh, you got rid of him. Had him
He's now
sit down.
spectating.
Sit down.
He's got his hand raised. Oh, good lord.
Anyways, it's just I just need to get that. I thought it was important, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Find your Minecraft dog. I'm gonna bury him.
Hey man, you always got to be plugging.
Was there anything else anyone wanted to bring up?
Oh, I have a
That,
whole
we haven't
notebook's worth. If you're opening it up to that.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this is just my crazy unorganized thoughts from literally watching the movie I wrote down while I was watching in the theater. Could not see what I was writing, so the handwriting is awful. Love the terrain loading screen. Yearn for the mines! Exclamation point. Jack Black making food. Daddy Steve, not Papa. Is that how you get into Minecraft? Pink house. Incongruent thoughts that make no sense. Things I've already went over. Flint and steel. Why is Jack Black so round? Dan TDM. Yeah, I don't really have anything of note.
Was I guess the Jack Black being round. I guess that's just because his body it's just how his body felt right now.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't.
I just wrote it down without thinking.
I mean, it's not like they can just like. Well, I think they could. I don't think Jack Black would be up for it. Just get him to just.
Get him to get that
Cubit
Dwayne the Rock
bodysuit.
Johnson like routine for a couple months. Get him in shape for the movie.
I mean, they could.
That would be insane. The whole feel of the movie.
I
Jack
mean,
Black being
they did that
That
for
would've-
like
that
Top
would've been crazy.
Gun.
That would
Top
be
Gun
wild.
Maverick.
They give him shoulder
They get him a
pads and
professional
whatnot to
trainer
make
and he
him
like gets
look
ripped.
That would be something I'd pay to see. Rip Jack Black, like the
Jack
the
Black.
old sumo wrestling movie he did, where he started trying to a little bit
Macho Libre.
Macho Libre.
That sounds
Nacho
sick. I gotta
Libre,
watch
yeah.
that.
It's a good one. I watched it a long time ago as a kid, so I don't remember all of it. I feel like he was ripped in that, but it
Yeah,
might
yeah, a
not, but
long
I
time
can't remember
ago.
properly.
Old. That was supposed to be funny, guys.
Well, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a soundtrack on, but
Sorry, could you deliver it again? I'm sure we'll laugh this time.
Old.
Yeah, we'll have this time. Oh, I'm the only one laughing.
So we left at Jason.
I hate you.
Yeah,
I
that was
hate you
funny.
all. I'm going back to
I was
Rogue's
gonna let
chat
him
to
say it again and
comment
do
on it
nothing.
more. not.
I think the laughs were delayed. That's the thing.
So, I think we've kind of stated a lot of things. So I have a couple more things. One is from Shad because he had graciously sent me his thoughts, and I figured we could listen in to what he had to say since he couldn't be here.
Okay.
But
Okay.
before we do that, like since there's already talks about the Minecraft movie making a sequel, so inevitably we're gonna get another one, and we're gonna have to do this all over again. We're gonna do another panel discussing this movie.
I know it's not gonna happen. I would love it if it was animated, the second one. I think that was the biggest thing for me with the first, even though it was great. If it had been animated, I think the quality would have just been way better.
I agree. I heard, and I can't say that this is like 100% legit fact, but I heard that originally that this was supposed to be animated,
With Chris Pratt as
Yeah, I heard that too.
but I guess Warner Bros. Kind of shut down the idea and was like, no, we're gonna do live action because Disney
Wow.
is making the money, and we want that money. We want the moolah. They're like well now since the Minecraft movie is making has made a lot of movie. I think the last I checked it was like over 500 million
Wow.
with the original budget to like 150 million. So put that in fact, it's doing pretty well. And it's gonna continue doing well. It might reach 600 million, or well, I think it could reach 750 million by the end of the year.
Wow.
But since Warner Bros. Now is like they're like the Family Guy scene where like Herbert like prays to
Oh.
God that like he can like sniffs Chris Griffin's hat, and like this is basically their hat, Warner Bros. Hat. They sniffed in the revenue, and now they want more.
Crazy reference.
So.
Yeah.
That is wild.
So to get to the point, for the next, if they're gonna do another one, if it's planned to be on track, what do you guys think the next movie is gonna be? Gonna be
Nether
about?
or sorry,
About?
End or Hero Brian for
Yeah, I think the
sure.
Nether.
Yeah, 50-50.
The end. I mean,
I think it's
Those are
definitely
the plot
gonna
lines
have
they
that,
have
yeah.
unresolved. I'm leaning more towards the end just because of the pseudo reference to Herobrine. It was very, very minor And I imagine that if they do make a second, it would probably be the end. And if they intended to make a third, they would draw references to Herobrine with the end.
I would love a Herobrine
But-
movie. You know what I would love?
It'd be interesting.
If everybody from that town found the portal, right? They move into Minecraft. There's a whole town of real people, and they start having Herobrine sightings of like Steve with white eyes, like around the new village.
That might be like
See-
an Empire thing for the second movie if they do that. Where it's like, oh, now the real life world of this town and the overworld in the Minecraft world are now intertwined, and the government is not noticing this while it's
The
happening.
government somehow hasn't noticed.
But someone was gonna speak. I think I speak before they got their thoughts in.
I think I might have accidentally started to say something.
Well, okay, go ahead.
No. I started to realize there was a stupid thing and it stopped.
Okay. So let me grab Chad's audio. Let me get the MP3. Where is it?
Oh, he's got a recording for you.
Yeah, to put this a note, this is 7.16 gigabytes that I had to download.
Oh, fun.
So
So he had quite a few notes.
he
Horse.
he had a lot to say. So I figured I honored his request even by just playing this full. No. I think would it let me just no? Okay. Oh well. Alright. So without further ado, here is Shad's thoughts
Is it 33 minutes?
on the Minecraft movie. Yeah. So
Well,
Holy
hello, everybody. Hope the panel is going very well. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it to the panel, being 14 hours ahead of everybody. It kind of puts me in the disposition that I'm already celebrating Easter.
Ooh.
So,
ooh, you should be celebrating me. My birthday is this weekend. I'm Jesus.
Happy
I
birthday.
am the
Whoa. Resident
Whoa.
Catholic over here. Whoa. Yo, my nephew's birthday was today, though. Just to undercut Rogue.
Yeah, okay. Well, I've risen, so that's my
Risen.
argument. Yeah.
Rogue
So,
was
anywho,
first.
Yeah, I was
Rogue
first.
do be risen.
you guys enjoy your Easter, but let's get to Minecraft movie. So, I went to the Minecraft movie. I went to it the night that it came out. Went in gold class, had lovely meals. Service was amazing. I went with my sister as well. She's all
Oh yeah, to put it as reference, so
He's saying Australian stuff,
Shad-
ain't he?
yeah. So Shad's in Australia for people watching, and his movie theater has like a premium class. So I guess that'll be like VIP, luxury, where they just have basically the way he described it is like they have like in-house service, so they can order food and like
Wait, that's sick.
get other stuff. Yeah, so like he told me like he got milkshakes, he got like some,
Imagine having a chicken parm watching the Minecraft movie.
I think that was an option, but
Really?
like-
Oh my gosh.
so he had a milkshake, he had loaded fries. He basically had a 3-course meal to say the least.
I think he had the best experience of the Minecraft movie. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, he said if he's gonna watch it, he's gonna watch it
In style.
in luxury. Yeah.
always been a big Minecraft fan with me as well. And yeah, so I brought my book and pen into into the movie, so knowing that I was going to be reviewing this at a later stage, so I decided to put it into two different categories. I decided to put one of them as seeing it as a movie itself, as how movies go, the plot, the storyline, the sequence of events, essentially do it like that. And I also looked at it as a Minecraft world. So as if you were starting a new Minecraft world, and this is what it looks like, this is what you can do, and yada yada yada. You go on. I'll start off with the movie. My very first dot point that I put down was that it is a confusing plotline. Now,
Really?
the beginning of the movie.
You concur his thoughts? I
You
can-
not have to pause for that.
Well, you kind of you said really, and you want to elaborate?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm gonna go on a 30-minute rant about it. Okay. So, I thought that the plot was not very contiguous, not very, but I thought that was okay because it was a fun movie.
Okay.
Now, for
I
the next
mean-
30 minutes, you can hear my yawning montage. Sorry.
It's about Steve being basically bored with life and only wanting to go to the mines to go mining. And once he goes mining, he finds a magical cube that needs a room cover without a top on it, so it can easily, if you flipped it upside down, can easily just fall out. And then goes into the Minecraft world, starts exploring it, having fun, doing everything that you would normally do when you start into a Minecraft world. It's a little bit uneasy at the fact that he understands it too well. The fact that he knows, oh, I need to grab wood. Oh, I can place blocks like this. It was too, in this movie, Minecraft doesn't exist. People don't know it. It's not a game that everyone can just play. It's something he hasn't seen before.
I
It's
think
like being
Shad's
sucked into
forgetting
a
that he's
fantasy-
Jack Black.
But that doesn't. That's like saying that's like the Fast and Furious movie. He's Vin Diesel. It's family.
I mean,
Is
that's
he
a
Vin
pretty good
Diesel?
point.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point.
Yeah, I
I agree
mean,
with you
he's
there,
Vin Diesel. Family, dude. Dude, family, dude.
So the second part of this theming of the movie is that it's family. So are we gonna see Vin Diesel and then in the next sequel?
I can't wait. I cannot wait
I hope so.
for Vin Diesel in the next movie. And Jack Black and him get in a fight, but both of their contracts say they have to hit each other the same amount.
Yeah. One after another. You punch me first. You punch me. I punch
Yeah.
you.
They redirect a missile from the shotgun of seat of a car, and oh gosh, those movies kill me.
world and you not knowing anything. So I half expected Steve to not know what to do, or I would think that he would do his first initial thinking, and that would be mine. I kind of half expected him to just go mining everywhere. After all, that is his kind of shtick from what you get from the very beginning, is that he likes mining. But no, he just suddenly seems to understand everything about the world. We kind of don't really have. Well, we basically have a sort of one-to-one. So time in the Minecraft world is the same amount of time in the real world. That's basically what you can kind of gather from that.
There's something I just thought of. It's like, how did he get the elytra wings if the wings are in the end? But I mean, I don't think he went to the end if if
I
he's
mean,
been
it's
in
never
prison.
mentioned that he doesn't. I mean, it's never. I mean,
Yeah.
having elytra is kind of proof that he did in some ways, but in the same way, like we never have him say like, "Oh, I didn't go to the end." Like, I mean, or like, I don't. What are you talking about? What's the end? Like, he never says that, so it could be like implied, or that I imagine they just didn't think about it.
It's like we kind of like maybe retconned the elytra wings. Like, oh, I just found it while taking a stroll somewhere. But because like in Minecraft, you have to go to the end. You defeat the Ender Dragon, then you go to whatchamacallit? I can't even think of it right now. Um, Someone help me out here. What is it? What is it called? The
What?
what is it? What is it called? The little portal areas in the end. That you either enter portal
Oh,
in or
yeah.
Oh,
I
oh.
Gateways?
yeah, something like no, it's I forget what it's called. By the way, it would have to be a server, the world that they're in, because when other people join, I mean, he doesn't open it up to LAN, right? And if he opened it up to LAN, you have the opportunity to give them creative mode. I remember that happening. So if it has to be a server, then he might have found it in like somebody else's old base or something.
Yeah, I think that maybe.
Sorry, random
He's playing
random
on
thought.
Hypixel.
Yeah, he's
I don't
playing,
know.
he's playing on a Hypixel SMP.
I disagree with
Yeah.
it being a meta world thing where it's server and all that. I feel like it is just straight up real life with a portal into Fantasyland. And
Yeah.
there is no real reason why Elytra exists besides the fact they wanted to use it as a callback.
Oh, also,
guess.
Steve said he only ever killed one Ender. He only was able ever to kill one Enderman to get an Ender Pearl, right? But then, exactly how would he get to the end if he only ever killed one Enderman?
That is a good
Makes
point.
sense. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. That's something to think about. Is like, how did he get those elytra wings?
Continuity errors.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue.
At least that's the assumption. The scenes with the villager being in the real world kind of make it feel like as if it's not one-to-one, because they're constantly at night and they're on a date, and then it's like it stays in one time period. Like time moves really fast quickly and then it slows down. Like there's no similar, it's not the same sequence throughout the whole thing, so that's why it was a little bit confusing. But then Steve goes into the Nether, and after the Nether, he basically gets trapped in there, and you meet Malgorsha, the witch, I guess, the witch piglin, which is a mob that doesn't exist in Minecraft. There is no such thing as a piglin that has magical abilities and a staff. Now, I understand it's getting a lot from Minecraft Dungeons and all of that, but if you're going to get it from Minecraft Dungeons, stick to the script. Don't change that script. And if I'm being honest, this script, I don't think it was much of a script. It felt like everyone was basically just reacting, which is my next point
I agree with Shad. Continue along, Shad. Continue.
that I made about the movie. Is everyone is just
Sorry, Shad, to
reacting.
interrupt real quick. I mean, you've been talking a while, but yeah, I just wanted to interrupt.
Well, this is where Shad would say "f you."
It doesn't feel like it's natural flow. Everyone's just going, oh, there's an explosion over there. Oh, we got to go over there. Oh, but we need this for this. Oh, we've got to go get that then. Oh, where is he? Oh, better go find him. Oh, go there. We'll go over here. Oh, he's at the mines. Oh, we have to go to the mines. It feels unnatural. It feels unnatural. It feels like no one's having their own sort of individual thought. Like, yeah, which kind of made me not invested in any of the characters, which is another point that it made me think. There was no real character development at all. Garbage Man is the same cunt that he was from the beginning of the movie at the end. He's the same person. There is no difference. You know what actually, I'll tell you what, there is only one difference. He has a new friend who is basically exactly the same as him. Steve and Garbage Man are the exact same. They're both idiots.
Anyone want to
Geniuses.
that?
I want to contest that. Oh my gosh. But then first.
Okay.
They're
So,
both stupid. And that's
I
why.
do want to say that
Yeah, go ahead.
Garbage Man, as I drew connection to playing a two-player game solo and being known for being a air quotes lone wolf-esque individual, it does not feel like he doesn't have any character development. He ends up opening up,
He probably has the
and
most.
he even ends up co-owning
Yeah, I agree.
his store with Steve. He ends up evolving his character rather than viewing himself as the sole person.
You're right, he
He
grows.
shares responsibility. He becomes vulnerable and accepts being a friend with Steve. Accepts him as an equal, even. So that one person who refused to let people into his life like that, he now does. You know?
That's a really
I feel
really
like he
good
does.
point. And like a really nice thing that the movie does I didn't even notice. Yeah, that at the beginning he's a one player man only and then yeah.
He's
I
known
should-
for he's got a trophy for playing this two-player game
Yeah,
solo
that's
and
a good
beating
point even.
duos.
I had
That's all I had to say about it.
I had something written down for Garbage Man. I said that Garbage Man is Billy Mitchell if he was instantly irrelevant and then went broke a
Wow.
few years.
I mean that's kind of what happened, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's kind of what's implied there of what happened. That's why he has the he has it on loop of like the announcer telling his merits and
Oh no, I
having
meant that's what happened to Billy Mitchell, right?
Well, he won a lawsuit, so
He did win a lawsuit.
yeah.
He does actually give out quite a few lawsuits.
I am. Yeah. I mean, that's a different story for a different time.
Everyone is kind of just linking them together. The actors' performances were really poor, I found. It didn't feel genuine. Whenever they were like shocked or scared, well, actually, now that I think about it, no one was really scared, or even happy, or it felt like it was fake. It felt like it was fake. Like everyone was just fake. And I didn't really like that. There was a lot of stupidity in the scenes as well. There was really a lot of stupid scenes. And two of those scenes really stick out to me is the first one that you see is when they're on their way to the Woodland Mansion. When they're at the when they go to get to the Woodland Mansion, they go through the mountains so that they can get the diamonds so he can pay off his debt in the real world. Somehow, I'm not sure they would actually turn into actual diamonds if he brought them from the Minecraft world to the real world, because considering that the villager didn't change either, I'm going to say that diamonds will probably still look like the diamonds from Minecraft than it will from the real world. But anyway.
Well, I mean, if you go to like Pawn Stars, I mean, I bet like Dan could have will probably say the best I can give you is $20 and a bag of chips. Am I wrong? I think I
No,
think I'm
that's a
I'm
good.
on point.
From watching Pawn Stars, yeah, I could say it's probably something around those lines.
He'll
I
probably
mean,
call in his diamond expert.
sorry, these are just
And
ones
then
and zeros. Nothing here.
Give him a binary response.
probably.
They go on to this elaborate minecart system.
Oh,
Which
sorry to interrupt.
is very
Speaking of the mine, well, not the mine cart, but the mine, like the mine shaft, the area. The girls split up from the guys, right? And they go opposite direction, right? And then by the time that like they start getting attacked by the nether creatures, right? Like right after that, the girls have caught up with them. My question is, how did they get over there so fast? And then another question is, well, I mean, I'll ask the other one after, but
Why? I think it's like they kind of retconned it to like, oh yeah,
hmm
they just happened to find each other
yeah,
at
it
some
doesn't really
point.
make any sense. Even how they knew they were there. Yeah. Continuity.
I mean, maybe some like time has passed, but I mean, who knows at this?
And then also when the girls were just like chatting about life and they were just like killing monsters casually, that's such a missed opportunity where they could have been doing parkour and talking casually. Just because that's like,
Slamming their head on leaves to go faster.
oh yeah, that too. Or like, doing parkour, cuz like the whole thing about like when you're having a good time in Minecraft with your friends and you're just talking about life, you're doing parkour and like not actually doing anything. I don't know, I felt like a missed opportunity of sorts.
Fair enough.
Because they were just like casually killing zombies with their hoes, and it's like they could have been doing something with that time.
And the shovel, I think,
Yeah,
and the shovel.
with a hoe and a shovel, just a little bit.
Not to mention that like at one
What
point
did you
that
call
like
her?
the shovel was like
A
stuck into
hoe.
the zombie, and then one of them was like casually dragging them for a bit.
Yeah, she did actually.
is very well done. I love the minecart system. I love they incorporated that. They had the perfect, they had all those little perfect spaces of the powered rails so that it would keep going. It was perfect, really good. One problem: why did it stop?
Who wants to answer that?
He could have just placed one powered rail too far.
Okay.
I'd like to imagine the cave is not typically filled with creepers, so just getting into a minecart and holding forward, you would not really notice it too terribly. I mean, obviously you'd slow down and then speed up again, but not something that's too crazy. I don't ever do Minecraft rails anymore because I hate measuring the distance because I always mess it up and have moments like that. So I don't do that.
Okay.
But
It stopped in the middle of a cave. But so you're telling me that there is this very small 200 block, roughly 200 block, like long stretch where Steve decided to not place any powered rails, and then for some reason decided to place them after 200 blocks. But he just made this giant tunnel that has all these powered rails straight after, every 10 so blocks going. And then he just stops that. That doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you do that? It felt like it was a poor attempt to add drama to that scene specifically because they were being chased. It's the only reason I can come up with of why they would do that.
They should have been blown up instantly, considering how many creepers they were surrounded by.
agreed.
Like
Agreed.
it should have been like they lit up the torch, and then like creepers like are like in the mid process like, exploding, and then just roll credits.
I'm still hung up on the fact that they had to hit the creepers for them to explode. It's just sad. It's just a sad continuity. It's just a sad error. It's just I can't even. The fact that there wasn't a scene where creepers snuck up on Jack Black or somebody and they just heard a hiss.
Well, all the creepers were like walking slowly, like they got like the potion of slowness on them.
Yeah, but
They
yeah,
could have
exactly
very
that
easily
too.
They could have very easily made a creeper aw man joke, but they didn't.
A creeper what joke?
I was waiting for something like that.
Oh,
The
creeper.
whole
Oh
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Way back
So we're
in the
back
mines.
yeah.
Got my pickaxe swinging from side to side, side to side.
Are you finished?
Be part of a band.
I
You're learning
would
all the
keep
songs.
going if you guys will. You know what, guys? Why don't
You
we release our cover
you-
of
you can do
Minecraft
Yeah.
songs?
Minecraft karaoke.
Let's
After
let's
this.
release our cover, guys. Okay, let's do it.
No, not right now.
And yeah, it was absolutely stupid. Next stupidity scene is at the Woodland Mansion. The kid, he manages to get a new
Oh,
cover
yeah.
for the cube thing that opens up the portal. And when he falls through the roof, and he falls in front of Jack Black and Jason Momoa, Steve, as his character, says, and I quote, "Oh, great. Did you get the cover?" While he's clearly holding it in his fucking hand. Like,
I mean,
you
there are real
cannot
people
tell
like that
me
in real life too.
He probably had dementia. He's showing early signs of it.
He's got gray hairs.
Maybe that's like Steve's character. He's got dementia.
When he gets dementia, he becomes possessed by Herobrine.
Yeah. He just forgets things.
He's a little silly goofy like that.
He cannot clearly see that he is holding it right in front of him. He's like, "Oh, did you get it?" "No, I've just decided to hold this fake fucking cover for no reason." Of course I got the fucking cover. Like, just stupidity. Really stupid scenes like that. But yeah. Aesthetically, very nice. I actually really liked the aesthetics that they did for the whole movie. I'm glad that they took note of a lot of things and decided not to make it as furry as it was in the first trailer, where everything just looked like it had hair on everything. I'm very glad that it did not look like that, and it looked very natural. So thank God for that. And one other problem with the plot line, because there's so many kind of confusing plot lines here. The main one is that it was plagiarized. The whole
Is he talking about
Pigland
Jumanji?
story was
No, hold on. Let him
Let him cook.
speak.
I'm sorry.
I mean, that was my thoughts. That this was a Jumanji. This had a
Yeah. I even said that in the
sub-level
theater too.
writing of a Jumanji plot.
It is like isekai kind of type thing.
Well, I wouldn't say isekai. It's more like it's more Jumanji.
I guess. Yeah.
Writing, if anything, because they all get into this. They get sucked into a world that they have no clue what they're doing.
Yeah, and then there's the big guy, the little guy, and then the two girls, and then Jack Black, the expert, who's already there. It's literally exactly like the Jumanji movie.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up.
There's parallels to it. Go ahead.
Oh no, that was. I just meant like, yeah, hold up. That's crazy. I didn't think about that. The fact that the characters are literally the same, basically,
Pretty
except
much.
there's no romantic tension.
I
Unless you
guess you
count
could say
Jack
that-
Black and
I
Garbage
mean,
Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, you could
Dungeon
count like I
stuff.
guess the bromance of like Garbage Man and Steve.
I count it.
I
Uh,
ship it.
Yeah. I'm gonna make yaoi art of that later.
whoa.
Hey yo.
Whoa. I'm sure it's already out there.
No doubt about it. But yeah,
Off stream searches.
his
Don't search it.
his
Don't search it.
oh my god. Because like watching this, I had like I basically was writing a repeat. This is like Jumanji plot. There's good enough parallels to like point where it's similar, and in the from the Jumanji movie itself.
Plagiarized by Warcraft. The movie Warcraft, which came out in 2014 or something like that. Basically, in the Warcraft movie, it's about orcs who have depleted the resources in their world and follow a magical orc who uses a type of magic that depletes life, depletes like life around it, and turns it into that atmosphere that they are so used to in their old world, and travel to another world to deplete it of its resources for the good of their race, essentially.
To be
That
fair,
is in
to be fair, that's not just the plot of whatever that movie is. That's the plot of quite a few stories. There's stories about aliens doing that. We've depleted the resources of our world. Now it's time to colonize yours, type thing. I mean, that's a pretty common idea. I wouldn't
Yeah,
say necessarily.
yeah, but like I get where his idea is
Yeah.
coming from, but like
If you've seen
like,
both
for-
movies, you definitely think so.
yeah, but like what their reasons of evading the or rather more Dia, whatever her name was, her reason is that she wants to destroy creativity. I mean, like I don't think they were depleting resources because she seems she just wants to rule the world and have no fun, have no creativity.
Yeah, if I remember, yeah, she was like, I want to stop the creativity that's going on in the overworld. It's a good point.
She
then-
had also wanted to pillage all the gold from the overworld.
That is true.
Was that mentioned?
But I think
I
that
didn't-
the creativity
probably-
thing was at least I felt was more focused upon.
I think that was much.
I feel
more
like that was
heavy-headed.
I feel like that was a back piece to it, but I know for a fact that she had wanted them to come to the overworld to take some gold. That may not have been the overarching purpose, but that was definitely a facet of
Yeah.
her plan. Because piglins are so gold oriented that it is just a part of their character.
I mean, yeah, it kind of has
part
to be
of
at
them.
that point.
Yeah,
Correct.
because like the whole point and like the movie itself is like creativity. So her desires is to destroy creativity, not to like to get like additional resources. Well, that's like a side objective, but like her main objective is to destroy creativity.
entirely the
I would agree with that.
entire story of the piglins within within the Minecraft movie. All these piglins are following. There's one piglin that has magical powers and is trying to leave their world of depleted resources so that they can take the resources that are in the other world. And you can even see further examples of that is when they open the portal and go into the overworld, the overworld starts turning into what looks like the nether, which is exactly what happens in the World of Warcraft movie when the portal opens and and it starts turning into what their land looks like. And not only that, I'll go a step further. In the Warcraft movie, they use one of the humans to gain access, to get the key to open up the portal for the orcs to come through and take over that world for all their resources. Sound familiar? Yeah, that's because that is exactly as well the Minecraft movie where Malgorsha convinces Steve to go back into the overworld to get the key to open up the portal so that she can come through and take all the resources. It's so stupid. It's so similar that it's just absolutely copied.
Well, I think that you could say that that's a fair point to point out, but I think like the guy from Warcraft, I think he was like possessed or some sort. I mean, I'm running this by memory, but Steve had a motive to just not do what she said. She kind of just took it by force from that from the Tesseract, and like because she was gonna, because Steve wanted to have leverage to find Dennis, even though Dennis escaped. Uh, and then he assumed that like they captured Dennis somehow. Um, even though like the portal was like sealed off. So I don't know. Anyone
Yeah,
want to? Yeah, go
a
ahead.
little off topic, sorry, but I don't think anybody's mentioned this yet, which is kind of surprising. I feel like I'm pretty sure I meant to mention this at the beginning before I went into it, but I kind of forgot. Um, just, and I know there's annoying parts to some people about the hype over the Minecraft movie, about, people were throwing popcorn, and that's annoying to employees, and there's people doing annoying things. I understand that, but I think really, at least for me, the big draw to this movie was the fact that people around my age range, I'm 19, people around like 16 to 22 just went to the movie theaters and had a collectively good time. Everybody just agreed without words having to be said one way or the other. We all just agreed this was a movie to talk loudly during, that everybody could shout out random things and just have a crazy time. And I feel like that's not something I've seen. I mean, at least in a movie. I mean, I haven't seen a movie that just had such great vibes, where the movie wasn't about the plot, it wasn't about like paying close attention. It was about everybody going, "Woo, reference I like. Woo, some other thing I like. Yeah." And just I mean, my favorite part of the movies was me and everybody else in the movie theater shouting out clever, funny things. I mean, that was at least my favorite part, was, guy behind me, I don't even know what he said now, but I remember I was cackling laughing at what the guy behind me said at one point in the movie. So at least for me, that was, I think a big part of the movie. It didn't necessarily have anything to do with the, movie itself as much as it had to do with just, I guess, advertising, but wow. Just wow.
I think you'd have a different experience if you went to an Australian bougie theater.
Maybe, yeah.
I do know that the whole people throwing popcorn and stuff got very out of hand in some cases. Like,
Oh, I'm
people
sure.
were bringing
Somebody brought
confetti
chicken.
cannons yeah, like
Yes.
that's exactly what I'm referring to. It's people brought it with the intention of being a disruption and a grievance. Like, that's
Which,
different from
that's a
people
little annoying, but I will say,
enjoying
like,
it. And
sorry.
no, go ahead. You're good.
That's a little annoying, but I will say that, I mean, I feel like that's not the vast majority, just because, like, what you see online is the clips that go viral of people doing crazy stuff. But, like, in your
Agreed.
everyday theater, people, I mean, like, in my theater, there was one guy who threw popcorn. Everybody else was just having a good time and screaming and, say, like, "Oh my gosh, chicken jockey!" But, like, I mean, most people weren't doing any sort of disruptive behavior other than being loud.
In my theater, I had one disruptive thing, and that was whenever Jack Black went, "I am Steve." There was a girl in the front seats who went, "He said the thing," and that was it.
That was it?
Are you sure that
Yeah.
wasn't you?
Yeah.
Me
That
and my
was
high
me.
pitched voice.
That was me, bro. I go to every theater to freak out about Jack Black. But
Good lord.
I mean,
Like-
at least in my theater, the vibes were immaculate.
I mean,
All right.
it's a Minecraft movie, and like, because it's been hyped for like quite some time.
Oh yeah.
Like you're gonna have like a wide variety of people who's gonna be watching it, and then like some grew up playing it throughout the years, and then you got some who are just freshly new to it, but enjoy it regardless. So you have like a mix, you have a melting pot of of ages who's gonna be in those theaters. Of course, like every theater is gonna be different, but like that could be, but like regardless of like the experience, that could be me saying like I went to Coachella, music was terrible, but like the vibes was like great, and then like you could argue that to like almost
You went
any
to
other
Coachella?
event.
Mhm.
Well, no, that's just.
I was about to say, damn, dude, you got money to throw around.
But
Uh,
like with the Minecraft
I do agree
movie,
with you.
because it's just a melting pot of like all ages,
Yeah.
like old to young, like you don't like maybe the Sonic, Sonic, you either know who Sonic is and you grew up playing the game to some sort, or watching some of the animated shows that was
I love
that was
those
out there.
shows.
But like it may, or like Transformers, or GI Joe. Like I like GI Joe, even though that was like in the 80s and
Yeah.
90s. But like you bring that, like when they brought it out to the movies around that time, like you had a very select audience who like grew up watching that, or like they somehow got introduced to GI Joe or whichever. Take your pick, basically. But with the like Minecraft, like everyone knows what Minecraft is. I mean, they like in the future we're probably gonna see more video games.
Oh yeah.
Like they've been doing that now. Like
McDonald's
we
is
see-
doing Minecraft stuff.
like like they did the meal pack, which is the pricing is outrageous. But
Oh yeah, it's like $16, dude. Or like, at least at my area.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's your area, because like up here where I'm at, it's like $12 or something.
I might be wrong. I
Right.
probably got
Regardless-
something else with it.
No, I think that's just area based, just a case by case of which area
Mhm.
you're located. But like regardless, like the Minecraft, like the franchise itself, gosh, I just lost my train of thought. I guess what I'm saying is like it's a bigger name. Like if they're gonna do like Fortnite, like they could probably make a Fortnite movie.
I would hate
on
that.
I
Don't jinx it.
I think they would.
I swear to God, Rogue, knock on
I'm gonna
wood
kill
right now.
myself if you do that. Come on.
You know,
Oh
the
gosh.
character, they're gonna. So like, I already see the scene where like the character like falls in to like some sort of portal, and like he's like he landed in Twisted Towers, and he's like overseeing these like
Picks up a
the land,
green
and, like,
pistol.
and then he sees like, and he's like, wow, this area is so massive. And then like out of the corner,
Wow.
Ninja comes in and says,
And you know what else is massive?
No, I'm done. I'm over.
And then
I'm over. I'm gonna break into
And
your
then he
house
sees
and
a
fill it
gold-
with Legos. Your entire floor is gonna be covered in Legos. I swear. God
and
dang it,
That's-
Rogue.
that's a violent threat. Wait, I can't wait for the scene where they see a gold scar and it just goes Deku pop dun dun Deku pop dun. I was the the knight in shining armor in your movie, and then somebody tries to fight him for it.
I'm calling it. They're gonna make the Minecraft. They're gonna make a Fortnite movie.
Oh, for sure. But please knock on wood.
No.
Please, Rogue.
You
I need
ninja
this.
clip.
Oh my gosh, can we get the ninja clip of Ninja singing that song by Dixon Dallas?
Dude, they're probably gonna get like, the Fortnite kid.
The Fortnite backpack kid?
Yeah, they're probably gonna get him if they were
He's
gonna.
probably
If they're
too
gonna
old
make the
now.
movie. Regardless, I mean, someone will pick up the reference.
I guess. I don't know what he's looked like as an adult.
Let's see. They could get Ali A.
Oh yeah, yep.
No,
Okay.
that's an older.
He used to be a Minecraft YouTuber actually.
Let's see.
They'll get probably Landon or whatever his name was, I forget.
Who's the clip for the Never Give Up? Never.
Oh, that's oh my gosh, I forgot his name. Um, it's not Tfue. It's the guy with the glasses. He doesn't swear. I mean, they'll definitely get Cypher PK.
Regardless, they're gonna have like they have like a melting pot of who Fortnite
Yeah.
YouTubers and
Yeah,
content
Clicks.
creators to play Fortnite.
Wait, can we have a Clicks and Somerset movie? Gosh, am I the only person young enough to get that reference?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
Okay,
I made the mistake of watching Fortnite videos, so I mean back in a year or two ago, so
But so yeah, my point, Minecraft melting pot, tons of ages. You're gonna have a variety of things happening in theaters. Not every theater, but a good amount of theaters.
uh theater is a dying business.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Warner Bros. Just gave them an EpiPen with this Minecraft movie.
Yeah, but the problem is they're
Really?
not having an allergic reaction, they're having a seizure. The EpiPen's not gonna do much.
Just wait till the
Alright.
streaming services entirely
Yeah.
outperform.
I want to point
theaters.
out that it used to be that like it would take like a month or a couple weeks after it came out in theaters for it to be on streaming services. Now, for the Minecraft movie, for example, I'm pretty sure it was either same day or in some cases you could get it before it came out in theaters. You could stream it. I mean, like, that's kind of wild that we live in that world where theaters isn't the earliest access anymore.
I do agree.
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of like
So
their
I
big
disliked
thing was
that.
you see it, you'd be the first person you know to see it. You go to the theater on opening night, I don't know.
All right, let's continue this.
Sorry.
Just
Uh,
plagiarizing, rinsing copy from other Warner Brothers movies. I think it was Warner Brothers that did Warcraft.
Hold on, let me.
No, it was
I'm actually not too
Universal
sure about that
Pictures.
fact.
I looked it up.
Rinsing copy from other Warner Brothers movies. I think it was Warner Brothers that did Warcraft. I'm actually not too sure about that fact.
Universal Pictures did.
I hated the fast-paced screen transitions. Whenever they were about to do something, like at the beginning, it went like mining, this, that. That's fun, for one scene throughout the movie. But they had like 4 of these fuckers throughout the entire movie. They had one at the beginning. They had one with preparing. They had one when they're at the village. It was too much. There was too much fast-paced screen transitions. They just needed to stop it. Oh, the other thing that I disliked about the movie, Jack Black. He isn't playing Steve. He's playing Po from Kung Fu Panda in live action.
I literally had
So we
somebody
get-
point that out to me when I watched the movie that Jack Black was the voice actor for Poe and that he literally seemed to play the same character.
When I now just hearing that, I cannot see it no more. Now I just
Yeah.
see Poe and
I can't wait for somebody to edit the movie to like edit out Jack Black and just have Poe there for every Jack Black scene.
I bet somebody's already in the works.
I'm
that.
sure.
the live action of Kung Fu Panda, just look at Minecraft for a reference because
I hate to
Jack
interrupt.
Black played.
Go ahead.
Don't hate it. It's fun.
I should probably be getting a run on. I have to work kind of early tomorrow morning. and I'll probably be getting in the range of 4 hours of sleep.
All right, no
Um,
worries.
It's
You
nice
want
meeting you,
to say
Chaos.
your final thoughts before you go?
Sure. I was not too huge fan of the movie, but I understand the movie was not made for my demographic. Um, I liked a handful of the stuff that they added in. I liked a few elements of it. But for the most part, it was not necessarily a movie I would enjoy watching. And when they release the second, I presume they will release the second. I probably will not be seeing it unless I have extremely cheap tickets, in which I might see it. But
How about you
I
and me
don't
go
really
together,
have
bro?
considered a date.
Oh,
Um,
oh wow.
yeah.
You're very forward. I like it. I'm not.
Oh, Chad
Good.
messaged
All
me.
right.
The guy I was referencing earlier. It's Nick A30.
Nick A30,
The
yeah.
Fortnite guy.
Yeah.
Uh, but I wasn't a huge fan of it. I did not necessarily enjoy it, but it was a fun little goofy movie with
If you
Jack
watch it
Black
with
making
me, you'll be a
jokes.
big fan of the second movie.
How
If I
about
can
with
pay
me?
attention to the movie while staring into your beautiful eyes.
You won't be staring at my eyes. I can't. I don't know where I'm going with that. Never mind. I was
Oh
gonna make
my
a joke.
God.
I didn't mean for it to sound so dirty.
Good
Well,
lord.
yeah. Thank
I
you
didn't mean for
for
that to
tuning
sound.
in.
Yep, thank you
Take
for
care.
inviting me.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Hope we do this more. And
Hopefully I can catch y'all later.
Nice to meet you.
We'll see you later.
All right. Take it easy.
And then there were
All right.
two.
Let's finish this.
Exactly like Poe from Kung Fu Panda. And if people didn't know, Poe in Kung Fu Panda is voiced by Jack Black. So if you watch even the first movie of Kung Fu Panda and then rewatch Minecraft movie again, you will like see like the same mannerisms that Jack Black brought to Poe has brought to Steve, and it was way too familiar. He needed to he needed to step away from that side, like that like those weird noises that he keeps on making, and he needed to stop doing that voice that he always does.
Here's my theory.
I mean, he does that in every single movie he's in. He did that
I
in
was gonna-
School of Rock.
Well, here's my theory is that like I bet like it's probably like a contract thing, where like if I'm gonna be in this movie, I have some terms like you're gonna let me be me. The thing with
Yeah.
like The Rock, like he can't lose any fights.
Yeah, he has to
His
take as many
contracts.
hits as he gives, right? Or give as many
Yeah.
hits as he takes. At least.
So like, I bet you like when he was negotiating for this role, or if he was, that like he was gonna be him, and then whatever else that he had
No,
wishes.
I was thinking the same thing. That makes so much sense because I mean like he's the same character in every movie he plays. And that's not a bad thing. I mean I love Jack Black. I mean Jack Black is like he's like going to Jersey You ever been to Jersey Mike's?
Yeah, I know.
It's
what you're
like
talking
it's like going to Jersey Mike's. It's like you know you're gonna get some good quality food. Now it's gonna be the same every time. Whatever you get, it's gonna be the same every time. That being said, it's gonna be good. Why do you give a shit?
Yeah, like Jack Black himself, he's a pretty good actor. He goes above in some of these roles. Like now the Minecraft, I mean the Super Mario movie, they
Was he
had
in it?
no,
I was about to
I was
say
gonna point out like Chris Pratt,
he's my favorite
where
actor of all time.
yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, he has his moments. Um, and now he did the Lego movie where he plays Emmett. If you've seen that movie,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So he
If you
played,
look at my profile picture,
but so anywho, so like when he does the Mario movie, he's trying to be Mario, but he isn't, and like he can't pull it off.
He doesn't even sound
But,
like
like,
Mario.
I mean, like even if even if he could, I mean, I don't know. I think it wouldn't do too well. I mean, it didn't do too well in the box office, if I remember correctly.
Did it
But
not? Oh.
but he was trying to do something, but like I don't think he had the talent for it. Whereas let's say Steve had a voice, would Jack Black um pull that off? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
I think if
Like,
Steve was just a voice, if it was like an animation, you mean, and it was just a voice, I think I could see Jack Black doing a great job. That being said, I think there are other actors who would do a better job as Steve. I mean, like, I might be a little biased because I love Chris Pratt. I mean, if you look at my profile picture, it's literally Emmett from the Lego Movie. I love Chris Pratt. I think he would have been a great voice of Steve.
you think so?
Oh yeah. I mean,
There was
I might be a
there was
little
supposed to
biased.
be there was supposed to be another actor who was gonna play Steve, but I guess scheduling issues kind of didn't align.
I mean, if it's live
With,
action, at least for me, I don't think any other actor could have done it as funny as Jack Black. I feel like he saved it where there was so many continuity errors, this and that with the movie, but just you watched it for Jack Black, or at least I did. I mean, and the Minecraft references.
I think for the average kid, they're not gonna care less about the details. They're gonna see funny guy and like all these Minecraft references. So,
It's
excuse
like
me.
a brain
So, like,
overload.
so it doesn't really matter too much. Whereas like us around our age or so, we're gonna notice this and we're gonna be like, why is this and this happening, so to speak.
Give me something to yell about during the movie. You know
Where he
me, very
tries to
disruptive.
talk,
Yeah.
where he tries to make everything sound epic, or put like, yeah, when like as if it's like a cinematic trailer every time he talks. He needs to just talk normally, because he's
Talk
because he's
talk
not part of the One
normally,
Roo Band. He's Steve.
as he uses an Australian accent.
Well, well, yeah.
Too many plot holes. So yeah, again against the plot. There was too many plot holes, unfinished stuff. The old man mining at the very beginning. We never see him again.
He probably
He's
died.
only at the beginning of the movie. We never once see him again. And I feel like that's a missed opportunity that they could have done to, bring back with the movie. There's just so many things where it didn't pace correctly. I don't think they followed it.
I think like another question to ask is like, what was the purpose of that mine?
The
I
mine?
mean, like,
I think it was
yeah,
literally just for the children yearn for the mines joke. I mean, it's a
I
meme that's been
guess,
around forever. I feel like
I
it's,
guess,
yeah.
but like, if you're gonna have like a mine, there's usually a purpose. Like, you have coal mines, and then you got like mines for like diamonds, and
Well, it's a craft mine.
but like for this one, it's like considering that the town that they were located is potatoes. Were they mining for potatoes? They
Speaking of
got some.
potatoes, the potatoes in the Minecraft movie were massive. Just want to point that out. Like
And you know what
halfway
else is
size of
massive?
your skull.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
Correctly. But yes, it's a huge continuity error. Speaking of which, another continuity error. Dennis. So Dennis
Oh,
has
yep.
basically been following where the cube goes because he was asked by Steve to take it away and keep it away. He puts it back underneath his bed in his old house, and basically just roams the place.
here's something to think about. It's like, how did he know
Yeah, Steve mentioned
where
that it
to
was
put
underneath
it?
his bed later. Oh, wait, what are you talking about?
Well, no, Dennis, like where to put it. He goes.
Yeah, it's a good question. Steve later knows he mentions that it was underneath his bed, and it's like, how would Steve have known that? That it was hidden underneath
Uh,
his bed.
yeah, it's like a fourth wall breaking,
Yeah, almost.
but more or less, like if like did like Steve show him his house? I mean, like it seems like he was more
Yeah.
stuck in his place. I don't think he ever wanted to return back to reality.
I mean, I will say, if Steve at that point still had a house, I mean, I'm guessing his house, like, he's still paying his rent. He's still, paying for his home, at least for then, because later it's in storage boxes, but at that point he was still
Yeah,
maintaining a home, I believe, at least, I imagine.
I mean there's a couple other things like did no one ever notice that he went missing?
Yeah, that's a good
Uh,
point.
like when he came back to the real world, like no one that is they just no one like raised the alarm like who's this guy?
Well,
I
yeah, or
mean,
the fact that, somebody just
is it
comes out of nowhere with a bunch of diamonds, and he's like, yep, I can't tell you where I got these, but these are legit.
because considering that like it's a small town,
Hmm.
um, from what we're told, it's like no one kind of like who's this guy? And doesn't he look familiar on the missing posters?
Yeah. Also, Jason Momoa, right? Like he grew up in that town, right? So if Jack Black also grew up in that town, like they never ran into each other in this small town. They never met each other before. Like their first time meeting is in the game. Seem around the same age.
It's I get yeah, that's a good point. I don't know.
Well, why don't you know?
Um,
Come on, man. I'm
how did
looking to you
Dennis
for
get back to the
answers.
overworld? Now,
Wait, hold on. What did he say? I you kind of
Sorry.
just roams the place. Um, how did Dennis get back to the overworld? Now everyone's going to say, "Oh, didn't you see the scene where the villager walked through, where the villager was on the other side, and then you see Dennis run past and he goes into the cave?" Yes, but that scene happened directly after the portal broke. Yeah, now people are really thinking.
Oh, wait a
So
second.
if
yeah,
Oh no, I didn't mean actually wait a second. I was just
I'm waiting.
No, no. I just meant that's wild. I
the
just meant that gives me
portal,
something to think
if the
about.
portal broke on their side, for Jason Momoa and the kids, um, and Dennis came in after the portal broke, that would mean the portal would have been relit, and that means that they didn't need this entire rest of the plot because the portal would then have been relit because Dennis came through again. That's just based off normal Minecraft rules. If you go through a portal, it either creates a new portal right next to it, or it relights the same one. It usually only makes a new one if someone is already in the nether, like right next to it or something like that, because of switching over to different worlds. Uh, but yeah, that's a small continuity error that didn't really make any sense, and kind of breaks a little
All
bit of
right,
Minecraft's
sorry to
stuff.
interrupt.
What's up?
All right, I'm probably gonna hit the hay, but do you have any sort of like ender offers or?
What is it? Sorry, Tin.
I'm probably gonna leave the stream and go to sleep soon. I was wondering if you had any sort of anything you wanted to say.
Um, I think that at the end of the day, the movie itself wasn't good. I mean, the writing was
Yeah, as a
poor.
movie.
There's a lot of plot holes, a lot of retcon continuity that makes you question when you look at this deeper. That just makes you wonder like how did this get passed through?
Yeah, did they even care?
Um, um, this movie, although it made money and it's doing well, depending on how you see it. Like if you, as a person who rather enjoys the Minecraft game, and you're young, it's it's a great movie. Probably not one that you're gonna remember too much
Yeah.
fondly, but maybe years down the road. Um, Someone that grew up from the game from its roots to where it's now. It's kind of like where was the direction it is now.
Mhm.
I get it that like they're taking bits from different elements from their other games. So you had the main Minecraft, then you had Dungeons, and then Legends. So, but I don't think that like I don't think it made sense to many people. I mean, it probably made sense to a vast majority of people, and they just didn't care. But like, if you're just thinking like this is because it's a Minecraft movie, so that's why they can get away with it. But if you're thinking like this is supposed to be looking at the just regular Minecraft, because that's what everyone plays. Like hard, you have a small group of player who plays the dungeons and then legends. But everyone plays the main Minecraft. So like if someone was who never plays any of the other two other games, they're just confused. Like, well, this doesn't happen. This you can't do that to an iron golem, and so on and so forth. So like overall, this movie had like mixed directions of like where it had
Yeah.
like a short direction, but it had a lot of
It was
mixed
being
direction
pulled in many
arrows
different
where it wanted.
directions.
Yeah, and it just basically just turned into a slop of a movie that
Mhm.
isn't good. I mean, it'll be memorable to some, but not one I would say that it's the best. Figuratively speaking.
Yeah. I definitely was looking for a bit more nostalgia in the movie in some parts. I feel like as somebody who's played for a long time, um there's a lot of nostalgia that they missed out on, and I think they definitely should have. The biggest miss for me is that they should have fought for the rights to use C418's music a lot more. Because the thing is, I know that they were able to use it at the very end in an instrumental version in the background behind another song. They slipped in one of his songs as an instrumental. I which I appreciated, but I feel like they spent $150 million on this movie. What's $1 million more to pay this guy? You know what I mean? Like, or something. Like, I
Yeah,
feel
I mean,
like it's a miss that, yeah.
there's definitely a lot of like missed opportunities, and like, I mean, I think thing for certain for most people was a Technoblade reference.
Oh, yeah, it was good.
I think a lot of people really respect that.
They did it
Though I
well. They
believe,
didn't, yeah.
yeah, I think doing that sealed the deal for many people because it had that, and they were honoring. They had they were kind of honoring him in memory of
Yeah,
some
it was
sort.
it was nice. It had the same vibes as when the Minecraft launcher had a bunch of pigs with crowns on it for like
Yeah.
a month or two. It had the same vibes where like everybody just appreciated it. Nobody had a complaint.
Um. I mean, there's definitely many like there's definitely like areas where you could say this was this was a missed opportunity. Maybe for like
Yeah.
Creeper, where he's like, oh
Oh
man,
yeah.
or, like one Jason Momoa could have like said, oh man, whenever he encountered it the first time.
Dude, that would have been sick.
Um. I mean, yeah, there's definitely areas where there's definitely areas, there's definitely missed opportunities of where they could have improved upon when added. But is there anything else you want to add?
No, I mean, that's it for me.
Well, well, Sergeant, it's a pleasure having you
Hey,
on.
thank you so much for
Uh,
the invite, by the way.
yeah, no
Really
problem.
appreciate it. It's a lot of fun.
Well, if they make another movie,
Yeah,
I
I
guess
can't wait to
I guess to do a round 2.
can't wait for it. Hey, we could all meet up and play on Jack Black's World. Discuss it further
Sure.
there.
I guess so.
Really
Well,
take a deep look at the lava chicken maker.
fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, thank you so much. Have a great
All
one.
right. Take care.
La 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 lava chicken. Steve's lava chicken. Yeah, you're ringing that bell. Ooh, mamacita. Something, something, something.